possible.
Game on!
Game on. All right.
Let's do it, G.
Day 28. Is that what it was?
Evening of day 28, yes.
Nice.
Which is a Sunday.
Yes, we did verify that.
Is that what it's called? Is that what it's actually called?
So, okay, evening.
As of now,
yes.
yes.
Sunday, yes.
I haven't done a calendar yet. Because I'm fucking lazy.
But at least we have a reference.
Is Thursday Thursday?
Yes. I think that's a given. I think that's just a given.
Gesundheit.
I see it.
Everybody gets one.
Alright, so thank you Sirenscape.com for the awesome ambient music and sounds.
Yes. It's awesome.
Should I go into recap?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. So, recap of session 10. Tried to keep it small. We did a lot of talking last week. We began last session while Kit Girl was studying our shiny new items. Viridian was meditating and getting to know the voices in her head. Viridian asked the group if they've heard of Udar and Thuril, which they hadn't, but we're keeping our ears open. We headed to see Joel with Chris and Co., our notes, and Nafog's head. As Joel was looking over our evidence, Viridian passed a note to Bob with a horrible and awesome pickup line
Which
to
I
say
still
leather.
have, by the way.
But he didn't get a chance to use it yet. Joel decided to pay us in full and told us to leave Cecily alone. He also let us know that he will get in touch with us about new jobs in the future. He said that Cecily would be handled that night and gave us Nafog's head to bring to the council. We showed him the demonic glaive, and he seemed to be in pain when he saw it and told us we should bring it to the council and to get it away from him. As we walked out, Silver felt that something was off with Joel, and he and Bob posted up to see what they could see. They didn't see or hear anything, however. We learned some backstory about Chris and Co. They are from the country of Shoal to the west. We went to the council, and the whole council was there except Cecily. So we don't know what's up with that yet. We also met Unar, the mayor, the leader of the council. Unar, Will Harbus, Vidal, and Sid were all there. We let them know about the slavers and demonic ship, but left out Cecily and Joel. They were impressed with our work and offered us a job to look into the murders and disappearances in Fairguard. We learned that there are some bodies with a Vakiel symbol and some with another symbol. A total of 13 disappearances known of. 9 have been found with either a Vakiel symbol or the fake symbol, which we learned later was bullshit.
A copycat, possibly.
Copycat, possibly.
Or
For-
trying to get away with murder.
Yeah, for completing the job, we'd get 250 gold pieces. We said goodbye to Chris and Co. and said that when we're in Alphos, we'll look them up at the Temple of Tyr. We went shopping. Viridian is waiting for her armor
Which
to get
I'm proud
studded.
of you guys. You didn't take 6 fucking hours.
We
to
did
shop.
not, no.
We didn't have that much.
Viridian's waiting for her armor, which will be done in 2 days, to get studded. So she's wearing her sexy dancer's outfit. Silver is keeping his Yikowa.
Yes.
Yes! I made it. What'd you do to your Yikowa?
It's double pointed.
Double pointed.
Cool. Two spear ends.
Darth Maul style.
Yeah.
It's a Yikowa!
A double-headed carrot.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went to the temples. We learned that the country of Lahan follows a Nordic pantheon. The temples there and what the gods are about are as follows. Odin, the Allfather, knowledge, magic, battle, wisdom. Forseti, meditation, inner peace, self-acceptance. Tyr, neutral, justice, lawful neutral. Sorry, I'm probably the only one who loves all this shit. Okay. Freya, fertility, life. Thor, thunder, battle, lightning. Balder, bards, beauty, poetry, music, and arts. We learned that Vadamir's shiny necklace is a dwarven soul stone, the soul of his fallen comrade, most likely, which is meant to be brought back to their kingdom, but their fortress is sealed. He also let us know that he receives messages from it, not like voices like Viridian gets, but just like a knowing. Here's what we did and learned at the temples. Viridian got meditation training with an acolyte, Stefan, which will give her a +1 on wisdom checks when dealing with the voices during meditation. Bob went to check out the hotties at Baldur's Temple of Beauty. Silver went to Tyr's Temple and learned that Avakiel is not a demon lord, the highest, but he is a higher ranking demon and is known as the Inquisitor. We can use magical weapons against him, bring a paladin, and don't listen to their shit, is basically what we learned about demons. Vadimir went to the Temple of Odin and learned that he has to ease the spirit in the stone like a revenge quest. It should be helping him if it was the soul of someone who knew him. Also asked where to get info in Alphos. There's a temple that has a huge library. The Magus Tower has a library. The city has its own library. Alphos is the center of learning and knowledge in Lahan. I'm almost done. At the Temple of Tor, we learned that the other symbol on the bodies is BS. We learned Avakil is a torturer who wants to break your souls. We learned that we could have items blessed at the Temple of Tor, Tyr, or Odin. It would take 24 hours, it would cost 500 gold piece, and it would last 7 days. Yeah, it's good to know. Viridian scored some shrooms at the Temple of Freya.
Right, we gotta go back and trip.
Now I know what you're talking about. Shrooms earlier.
Silver went to go to the fighting pit. Bob, Vad, and Silver bet. Silver lost, but the clerics brought him back to full health. All the gold bet was lost. Viridian flicked Silver in the ear. We have 2 days to kill here while we wait for Viridian's armor. We can check out the copycat murder and remember that there are still Avakil murders going on here too. We went back to Gillen's Glory for the night. Silver put an alarm spell on Viridian's door. Viridian will spend an hour before bed meditating to try to talk to Thuril and improve telepathic abilities. And so that's where we're at. We were going home to Gillen's Glory for the evening. So if we don't, what would you like to do?
Real quick, Car.
Yeah.
I have 3 questions. Sorry. Go
Car.
ahead.
Car. Is the angle okay? I kicked the tripod. I think I fixed it, but
You blew it.
I think it's good.
okay.
Get him a body bag. Get him a body bag.
I guess.
He
All right.
swept a leg.
Yeah.
Wait, is it
Game on.
28, like we're about to go to sleep?
Yeah, so it'll be day
Yeah.
29 in the morning. Did you want to say something before we go to
I
sleep?
just had a few questions. So
Yeah.
the blessings, like blessing
Yeah.
me anything.
Yeah.
I can't remember like what they said about like
We
what
could
kind
do,
of blessing
we
would
could
it be? I
do, we
forget.
could
There
get
were multiple.
holy
Like, it's
water.
different
I was
blesses in a
thinking,
picture.
we could get some goggles so we could see through that darkness, because that darkness is an illusion. So I was thinking we could get holy water and put it on our eyes, or maybe we could get some goggles to
The
bless
goggles
them,
did
or we could bless our weapons or armor or something
Yeah,
to
so
help
the
us.
blessings would come in, I mean, there's,
But he said they only last
7
certain-
days.
yeah,
7 days.
it's last 7 days, and there's different things you could do. You could get like something blessed that you could see through. Something blessed that deals extra damage to demons, protection from good and evil cast on a piece of armor, that kind of stuff. It's not like an enchantment. It's just, specifically things to defeat demons in particular, right? So it'd be, if you got something blessed on your weapon, it wouldn't hurt werewolves or anything else, especially. It'd be specifically against demons.
Okay.
So if we find like a lair or something, or we know where to go, maybe we could double
Yeah,
back
when
in.
we know exactly what we're running into, then we could get.
That'd be
some kind
something we're gonna want to do once we find out a little bit more. But
Right.
that's my other
of,
question.
and not necessarily something we have to come back to Faircard for either. If we find something in all
Yeah,
places,
any
there'd
of
be
the temples,
there.
Tor, Tyr, or Odin's temples.
And also, I don't know about you. I wouldn't have the cash for it right now anyway.
Oh, I'm good.
It's 500 gold per blessing.
500 gold per blessing. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. Either.
Well,
I'm really close.
I've got a fair amount of coin, but yeah, 500 gold.
we could
for
pitch
7
in
days.
for something too.
We could
Yeah.
throw in for something, but we'll figure that out as the time comes.
Blessed
We'll
things
talk
can
that.
do special abilities towards demons or other
My
things.
next question
Okay.
was,
Because they're evil.
where are we on the Cecily thing?
So
Because we didn't find out anything extra. So we
That's-
just know that
yeah.
she
All
It
we know
wasn't
he was
is
gonna
there.
take care of it,
being
and then she
taken
wasn't
care of.
there, and we don't know anything.
that's why my idea was we have 2 days to wait for my armor. So I was thinking maybe
Oh, no.
Bob and Spider Boots.
Would it only be 1 day at this point? I mean, we went to the blacksmith.
So yeah, we're gonna
pretty
wake
early.
up and then. So
Well, I guess that's a question for DM.
2 sleeps, I guess.
Does day 27 count as the first day, or are we at 20 and 29
No,
for her armor?
It was
So it
day
would be
28 when we.
Sorry,
Got it
sorry,
done,
Yeah, day
yeah.
28.
So it'd be the 30th.
So the
They would be
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
So we're about to sleep and then it'll be day 29.
Well, that's fine,
Right.
because I got something else to take care of.
But-
But I have one more thing.
Yes.
So, I am the Yukola. You ever seen this guy? That's a superhero guy. I don't know where he's
Oh
from.
my god, that's great.
Carrot head guy.
Thank you.
I've seen him I see him all the time. I've never looked him up, but I just
That's hilarious.
when she said the carrot.
Yeah.
There's the title of this
I
episode.
love all of our inside jokes, you guys. It makes me so happy.
I know.
But yeah, I think our we have 2 days to kill here for my armor, and we can look into these murders. There's actual demon murders going on with the Vakil symbol, and there's some copycat or whatever with that BS
Well,
symbol.
we can go to the council in the morning and let them know that second symbol is
We can, yeah.
bullshit and it's probably a copycat. Or just a, run-of-the-mill murderer
Yeah.
trying to cover up his tracks because of these other murders
We're
that
not
have
in
been
the
going
game
on.
yet, though, are we?
I mean, maybe we're chatting before we go to bed.
That's what
I was like,
this is us back at the tavern. I'm
Okay.
Beat up by your
well,
heels.
I feel fine.
Well, then I'll throw my 2 cents in. There were 2 things that happened early on. 2 people that I don't think we investigated. One is the bodyguard,
Nar.
Oh, Nar?
and one is a little midget dude.
I mean, yeah, no, I was just.
We
I
never
definitely
found,
think-
yes, we never found the short dude who was there the night of, what's her face's murder, the one we looked into, and Nar was the bodyguard we should go talk to.
We also got
We
information
assume-
from that bar.
Yeah. You mean the Wicked Rest?
I mean,
the
if
whorehouse.
you're telling me we need to go back to the Wicked
We
Rest,
do
I'm
need to
not
go back
going
to the
argue.
whorehouse.
Or Bob's definitely not going to argue.
Oh yeah.
His
Oh, yeah.
little,
I want to see if
spicy booty
I'm
boy
gonna
is
see
there.
if
Whatever his name is.
his spicy booty.
Why does it always
Go
come to
here.
this?
Well, this is where we can get good information, or at least we had hints
Because we
of
might
stuff
die
there.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where all the good information is. That's
I mean,
So
that's-
maybe we can
it's
go-
also a fair point. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where he got most of his information about the one murder victim, because he was the only one who was still working while we were there.
I have a
Oh wait,
question.
you're still identifying things, huh?
No,
No,
he's
that's
been
done.
done.
That's done. Okay.
What's your question?
All right,
Julia?
that was yesterday.
So, why are we still like fucking with the city council? I don't know a better word.
So-
are we still like with it?
We're supposed to go in the morning and let them know if we're gonna look into those
We're gonna
murders.
take
So
this
we
next contract.
for the 250 gold to stop the murders. So we can go in the morning and let them know that we already found out that the other symbol is fake.
Right.
I'm saying like, are we gonna give them our information when we don't like? We know that they're in some sketchy like
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
so
one
I
of
don't.
them.
Well, some of them. Or
One,
one
as
of
far
them,
as
at
we know
least.
right now, only one of them is
Okay.
involved.
Okay.
But at the same time, 250 gold with everything we just got paid for, and the fact that it's not related to what we're looking for, I don't really think it's worth it.
And just as a heads up, guy, not every payday is going to be as large as the
Oh,
one.
no.
Yeah.
That was an exceptional payday.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure. But
So don't look 250 gold in the mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the
don't
only
undervalue.
reason I'm putting it that way is because it is not at all related to what we're already looking for.
Except
But
for it is because we're still looking into the Avakiel stuff, which is still going on
Right,
to our
but
knowledge.
This new contract with council has nothing to do with the Avaki.
It does. They thought that the copycat is the same as they asked us to look into all the murders, which there's Avakiel murders and fake murders. Well, you know what I mean.
I guess, yeah.
So
No, but he was right, because it
Yeah.
could be a copycat, like serial killer, like we thought last week, or it could be somebody trying to get away with murder.
Or it could be the Zodiac.
You know,
Yeah.
one of those murders.
all
Could be
yeah,
a estranged husband, who's just like, oh, check this out.
yeah. Which we have 2 days to
Put
kill,
the
so
symbol
if
on
we
it.
can find
Okay, scot free.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you'll never catch me, coppers.
But there is still Avakiel stuff going on, unless
Thank you, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. If Cecily was the source of that here, then maybe the real Avakiel stuff is done in Fairguard, but we don't know that. Because there
For sure.
are murders going on with Avakiel's symbol
No,
on them.
I say we have 2
Absolutely. And
days.
we have 2 days.
We can burn some time doing that.
Bob's got spider
Do we have a
boots.
time limit on that? Because last time we had.
There's no
They didn't say-
set. I mean, they
So
were
it's like we could spend 2 days looking. If we don't find it, we can always come back and do it later.
they were extremely distracted. They were kind of like, yeah, go do this. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
And
So-
I mean,
Yeah, that's the more important thing is that they were distracted.
well, I think the 2 days we can also observe if we see a decrease in demonic-related activity, that might be because we killed Nafog.
Yeah.
Well,
And that could have been the source of it here, Nafog and Cecily. So we can have 2 days
that
to
was
figure
we
that
were
out.
already told that they were the main.
Well, that's what
They
Reason
said it
for
to
a lot of
Farms.
Yeah.
He didn't say he was in doing the stuff in Fairguard though.
That's true. Yeah.
He said he was
So-
responsible for the farm stuff.
Well,
So
I'm fine with if. I mean, I'm fairly stealthy. Maybe me and Bob with spider boots and stuff. We can scope out the council, see if we see Cecily or hear anything about what happened to her.
yeah, I'm definitely wanting to
ready?
know about what happened with Cecily.
I'm not getting this spider boots until day 30.
You've got
No,
it.
you
Oh, I
got
have
You have
her
spider
armor.
boots.
Her armor
What
is all
was
we're waiting
going-
for.
Oh,
My armor.
She's
okay.
getting her armor studded.
Okay, I was like, I already have that.
Yeah, no, you do have
Okay,
it. Yeah, we
okay.
got that. We got that this morning.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to be sneaky. I'm ready to finally
Yes.
be like using like my +7 stealth and my spider boots.
Hey, you're a level
Ready.
2 rogue. You're fucking unstoppable. Let's go.
Yes.
Do it. Level 2.
So where are we going to get? Because the city council wants us to investigate the murder still.
Yeah.
For the.
Oh, I blew it.
I wanna see what's going on with this like copycat thing. Was
Yeah.
there only one copycat symbol or has it been
It was
like
just-
more?
yeah, they
It
showed
was
us
one
other
symbol on
Okay.
multiple bodies, but there were multiple bodies
Yeah,
that
that
had a
was what I was
body
wondering.
symbol.
How many? We need to
Let's
find
see
out.
if it. Chances are, if it's the same symbol on multiple people that isn't the evocual one, then it's the same person doing it, and it's not just some dude who was like, as he said, just killed his wife and was like, hey, boo boo. So
Right.
I want to see
Sometimes
what's
when
going on.
killers start killing, they take a liking to it. So
Yes.
maybe it started. So we should look into all the murders with
Yeah.
that symbol, and maybe it'll
yeah.
lead us.
Definitely.
Ooh,
And
I'm
again-
excited. Murder.
But I think if we're gonna try
It's
to
Murder
accomplish
Mystery
this all
Tuesday.
in 2 days, we're gonna have to split into teams.
We're splitting the party, aren't we?
Well, we're staying in town.
yeah.
I mean, we're relatively safe in town. I feel like I think we can split up in town
Yeah.
with some level of comfort.
We can do that, and then we can go spy on the city council, and everybody else can go ask around
Right.
or something like
And
that.
I mean, we might, just from listening in on the council and following them around, we could probably glean some information that way too.
Yeah.
Cool. So tomorrow in the morning, when we wake up, in like 3 minutes, we'll go to council, let them know about the symbol being fake and that we're looking into it.
I mean, yeah, with, let's see. With that, where's my inventory?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit my long rest.
Hey, girl.
I'm gonna, oh shit, no, my flask is full. Cool.
That's right, you
Me
filled
too.
it up.
Full flask, ready to go.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Bedtime, long
Yep.
rest.
I actually didn't even use any spells today. Like that's unfortunate. But I'm gonna prepare new ones.
Well, you were going to, but then you would have been hung.
No, that's
No,
me.
that was her.
Well, you did bring it up first.
Well, I don't have any spells I can use like that. My spells require me
I
to
thought
also
you
be using
brought it
weapons.
up first.
No, she
going
showed up to the crowd and wanted to start casting spells and was going to get me killed.
Gotcha.
Didn't do that.
Alright, good morning, guys.
Actually, what time abouts is it? I can't remember the last time.
We decided to kind of stop tracking
She's like,
the time for the
"Please
sleep like on the hour
attention.
like
Okay,
that.
that's also
So
fine by me.
what time do we want to wake up?
What's sunrise?
Sunrise 5 a.m.
Like 6? Oh, 5. Okay, that's fine.
It's about 5:30.
That's
Okay.
fine. No,
I don't know. It is about 6 right now, though, in real life.
no, it's not.
Isn't it?
What?
It's close to 6 a.m.
No. What?
In real
When the
life.
sun comes out.
Oh.
Oh, you thought.
God. Yeah, I thought you meant the current moment in time.
Yeah.
It's 6 a.m., guys!
Jesus, we've been playing for a really long time and got nothing accomplished.
done shit.
6:32.
6:32. Okay. That's all right.
I have that on my front screen.
I think we established sunrise is about 6:30 anyway.
Was it 6:30, not 5:30?
So it was something like that. It
Can
was
we just
somewhere
do
in there.
6?
Let's
Hey,
just call it
you're gonna
6.
need the extra time because you got beat up.
No, I'm full. So the clerics healed me back up. I didn't use any spells today. I'm good to go.
All right, so it's 6 a.m. We're all up and at 'em.
Up and at them.
Up and at 'em.
Oh,
So-
wait, it's up and at them?
That's what it's.
I thought it was up and at them! I'm at them today, like.
But up up and at him is a thing. People say that a
Yeah,
lot.
up and at them. It's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Adam, I thought it was.
Like ADAM?
Yeah, up and at him
That's
today.
what makes that
That's
Simpsons
hilarious.
episode even more funny. He was saying it right.
Oh my god.
You do that every day.
Up it.
I don't remember. Was that the old man who was saying it? Who was saying it correctly?
Bane.
Wolverine. Wolverine was saying it correctly.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, getting up, breakfast. I get free food because I'm a bard.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for Bob to come down and we'll try to kind of coordinate some kind of plan for staking out the council.
I mean, I'm here. You know, I did nothing in between waking up and coming down here of importance.
Alright, so we're at Gillen's Glory. Okay.
Should we all go to the council and let them know we're taking the job first
That
and
would be
then
a good
split
way
up
to get
after?
there, yeah. And then me and Bob can maybe break off and
Yeah.
duck into a corner somewhere or find
See
some
what's
shadows
up.
to hide in. Yeah.
We gotta eat. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, we can
I'm
just
eating
say
while
we
we're
ate.
talking.
We can just say we ate.
I got my pile
we
of
can do that.
bacon.
Okay, well, so is everybody downstairs? We're getting ready to leave. Is this
Yeah.
what's going on? DM?
Nah, not a morning dragon.
D-Master?
One second.
Doesn't stand for dungeon.
Oh god.
Nerd.
Not what I was thinking.
Okay. I know exactly what
Wow,
you're
evil laugh, Doug.
So what's the plan?
We're having breakfast and talking about going to the council in the morning to let them know that we're taking the job and that we already found out the fake symbol, and then we're gonna split off and see what's up.
Okay.
Yes, Dad.
So I'm just gonna lean in and say I have one piece of business I need to take care of in town
Okay.
that I like to do.
Would you
After
like-
we go to the council. you
Okay.
know, based on what happens at that point.
Yeah, I'm wondering if at least some of us should go talk to people at the residential area again, see about any of those, or do we want to do the wicked arrest in the day, or should we go in there in the evening?
Well, I imagine Nar's probably going to be there at night
Yeah.
rather than during the day.
We can ask him about his person. We assumed it was Nar walking her home, but
Yeah.
Question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of hours are the horse putting in? Is it a 24-hour establishment?
It's 24 hours.
But it's got a day crew and a night crew, and there's a
Basically,
difference.
yeah. It's like during the day, it's like going to a strip club on a
Going to strip club in the daytime is
Going to
never
a strip
good.
club
Yeah,
on a
don't
Tuesday.
go to strip club on a Tuesday.
You get the
9 a.m.
woman who's
That's-
covered in
That's so
That's
weird.
when all the C-sections come out.
Oh God.
well, my
The
my
old boob
idea.
jobs.
So I think we should go to the wicked arrest in the evening. It's probably a good idea. So my idea is we haven't really looked at where the nobles live yet. Maybe we could just sort of walk through there, see if we see anything fishy.
Well, I'm betting each and every inn keep probably has some
Rumors.
ears to the ground or has heard some things. We
Yeah.
can maybe go back and talk to Ralph and what's her face,
Ragla.
Ragla. We still haven't talked to Ragla.
I know. I've been wanting to talk to Ragla.
We could definitely maybe make the way back to Ralph.
Yeah.
But I think if you're okay with it, Bob, after we talk to the council, me and you break off from the group and just spend another few hours observing like we did. Hopefully
Yeah.
more fruitfully than we
Just-
followed Joel.
And just staking out.
Right.
So what are you gonna stake out exactly?
Just
Where
try
are
to,
you gonna go?
I'm trying to see if we
Speaking
hear
of
any,
character.
hear anything about Cecily. If see if the other council members
Yeah.
say something about her being murdered. Or if we see Cecily, if she hasn't been murdered. Just trying to get some more.
But where
Or
exactly
where
are you
they're
gonna do
going.
this?
Well, I'm assuming once we leave the council, we'll try to find like an alley or a corner.
So
or
You're gonna
Watch
watch
the
the council.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait for people
Well,
to
the council
exit
hall.
and shadow them.
Right.
And that kind of thing. Yeah. Because I'm with a rogue and I'm fairly stealthy.
How many
myself.
exits are we talking about?
Well, how big is city council?
Well, again, this is not a map to scale, so I imagine around that
No, I'm-
council building.
That was a
is-
question for Dan.
Right.
Yeah, how big is the council hall?
Yeah, like if they're gonna, they need to know. I mean, if there's multiple exits.
Well, I doubt I'll be able to hide inside the chambers.
that's not what I'm
I
asking.
might.
But if you're gonna scope out an exit, if there's only one exit,
Oh, where they
As
might
far as you're
actually
aware,
have-
there's only the main entrance and exit.
Right, right.
But if we go and do
I get-
like
I
a
get where you're
circle
going
of the building, will we find maybe like a back door or something like
You could
that?
try.
we can investigate it. Maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
well, yeah, okay. Well, I want to do that once we get to that bridge.
I also want us to ask the council more information about particularly these bodies with a fake symbol,
Right.
so that we can find out what that is. And,
Differentiate those
the-
killings from
yeah.
the Vakio killings.
and the killing that we had investigated the most was Philona,
Right.
who had the Evakio symbol.
Well, yeah, she was the one who worked at the Wicked Rats.
Yeah.
too.
Well, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
Because I mean, we have the good graces of it, you know, we helped them out. They seem to at least appreciate our work, so let's go forward on that.
Let's go. Wait,
Alright.
is the council open this early?
Got a problem with that, Dragon Boy? That's it?
Would we be able to reach the council?
About what I
this early?
expected.
What's that?
Would be able to get to the council this early and actually talk to somebody?
You could try.
Okay.
It's probably like
I mean,
7.
Is it, I mean, you have to ask, is it logical to you that it would be open?
I wouldn't be there.
This early? No.
Just,
Probably
what
not
color
that
is his
loud.
I
blood?
mean,
Huh?
What color is his blood?
like.
You ask him.
Oh,
What color blood did the Dragonborn have?
Red like everyone else.
Okay.
Just making sure. Alright.
I mean, yeah, we can
What are you gonna call me a Vulcan here?
I've been watching a lot of Star Trek.
you blue blooded.
You know, whatever you
Maybe
are.
we should kill a few
Blooded
hours.
Vulcan.
Yeah, maybe,
I mean, it's butt crack of dawn, so.
well, I'm assuming our breakfast and our talking maybe took an hour, so it's 7?
Yeah, I mean, and easily an hour.
With this way this group talks, it could
I
take
know,
like an hour and a half.
I know. Do we want to do,
He's all action.
before we, since we have a little bit of time before the council, do you want to, maybe we can walk through the Noble neighborhood and see if we see anything weird, or we can
Maybe a
go
group
through...
of 5 people with a couple giants
Walking
around
through
isn't
the
exactly
Nobles,
some-
not-
You gotta imagine, that's probably like a gated community. Like the equivalent of a gated community, I would imagine.
It's like Beverly Hills down there.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
people would
Ooh,
notice.
the fancy.
So it's
fancy.
about 7 in the morning.
Yes.
Pretty early.
Yes.
Would the guild be open? Or would guilds be open? Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to the guild.
Is there
if
a
there's
guild here?
What?
Or who do I need to talk to about? What
Well,
we
all
discussed
the, so you could go talk to shopkeepers
Okay.
about how to contact the heads, because the heads of the guild are the ones that run the council.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know if there was like a guild hall or something. I don't know. If
There's not really a guild hall, because all the guild members, or all the guild masters are the council, that's basically doubles as a guild hall for everybody,
Okay.
right?
I have a question. I don't know, does anybody remember if we got the name of the tavern owner at Gillen's Glory? Is it Gillen?
No, it's not.
It's not Gillen.
I don't think we ever had a chance to really talk to anybody that worked here.
Yeah, so let's maybe, while we're here, ask if this tavern knows
His name is
anything.
Vald.
Vald?
V-A-L-D.
Well, I would like to go
Yeah,
say good
they're
morning to
not
Vald.
open
Okay.
yet.
And, you know, we've talked already.
He's the owner.
She's the owner, yes.
V-A-L-D. Bald.
V-A-L-D.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of V's for some reason.
We could tell.
Such a funny walk.
It's a
I know,
waddle. That is a waddle, dude.
That is a
It's definitely
Good
not a
morning,
sachet.
Vald.
Oh, good morning, good morning. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you've heard any rumors around town.
Yeah, it's,
What's the word?
what are you looking for?
Well, we've been looking into some of the seedier elements going on. We've been hearing some stories about some disappearances. Have you heard anything?
Just that they're happening. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it.
Do you know anybody who's disappeared?
He doesn't know anybody personally, no.
What is this noise?
It's a fireplace or fire.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I just hear the occasional pop, 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 pop. I'm like, what?
It's kids with firecrackers outside.
It's a fresh.
I know that's exactly what it sounded like. I was like, what?
What time of year was it?
It's fall, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fall.
that's right. It's fall. So that's perfect.
If we've got like an hour to kill before we meet up, let's just say we'll meet up out, can we just say we can meet up outside the blacksmith in like an hour?
So,
And
also
then go
the
to the
blacksmith.
council? Huh?
Why the blacksmith?
Because that's on the way to the council sheds between Gillen's Glory and the council chambers.
Why not just meet at the council chambers?
Or we could do that. Jesus.
Keep taking detours, man.
Not really. I
Let's
wasn't.
get to it.
Sure.
Well, I was gonna ask Paul, do you know anybody who has anybody who's disappeared? Anybody we could talk to? Anybody who's lost anyone?
I mean, I'd recommend just talking to people in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, they've all come from the kind of the lower class citizens. So
Yeah.
that'd be your best place to go. period.
Is there anybody else in the tavern this early with us? In the-
There's a couple of guys in there that, they kind of look like, you saw them in there last night too. These guys are kind of like career drinkers, right? This is what they do for a living.
So, yeah, I'll go up to the drinkers
Okay.
and cheers them with my morning ale. And, oh my gosh. Say, good morning, fellas. Surprised to see you up this early.
Okay, yeah, they greet you, they seem friendly enough. Not overly talkative.
So I'm pretty much going to ask the same line of questioning. If they've heard anything, if they know anybody who's lost anyone.
Not well, but they know, Darren was somebody that they knew.
Who's
And-
disappeared?
Yeah, well, he's one of the ones that have officially been murdered.
Okay.
Darren and Beth.
Darren and Beth?
Darren and Beth.
And when did that happen? When did these happen?
They were two of the earlier
Okay.
murders.
So, based on when Filona was killed, that means that was like 4 months ago?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And where were they found? Just outside?
In the streets.
Okay.
Same as Filona.
Yeah, they were just laid out in the street.
In the residential area?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that the person who we were talking to, that was their friends?
Well, they weren't, I wouldn't say they were friends, they were,
But
they knew of each other,
Okay.
basically. Darren came through occasionally, and he would have a drink, that
Okay.
kind of thing.
Do you know anybody who knew them personally we could talk to?
Somebody down there, one of their neighbors or something,
Yeah. Ooh, do you know their house? Did you know where either of them lived? So we would know which neighbors to ask?
Yeah,
Cool.
so you have that information, I'm not gonna draw them out.
Yeah, and
But
he's
you
been
have-
there multiple
Open
times,
Elm.
so he would know which house, right? Like
Mhm.
last time? Okay. So we know where Darren or Beth's house is, or both?
Darren.
Okay.
They didn't know Beth, Beth is one of those, we passed the gal in the street occasionally, what I
Did she
mean?
also work at the Wicked Rest by chance? Do
Oh,
know?
no, absolutely she did not.
Oh, okay.
These guys know all the prostitutes.
Bob's working on it.
Alright, is there anything you've heard that can help us?
Same as everybody else.
Yeah.
Rumors. Ritual killings, demonic worship, blah, 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 a bunch of bullshit.
I'll buy them around.
Okay.
I have thoughts. After after Viridian steps away, I'm going to ask Fald, with everything that's been going on, do you know if any of the nobles been hiring any extra security?
They've beefed up the militia a little bit, from what he's heard, just in general because of this. But as far as private security, that's not information he'd have access to.
Gotcha.
Oh. I like that.
That was the only thing that popped in my head.
Okay.
Alright. So are we hanging out, we leaving? It's popping.
Well,
I would say
Fire.
we could just, at this point,
I
time
Oh
jump
my
in
gosh.
and go to the council.
yeah, I bet it's, what, you think they open at like 9? I feel like that's just, yeah.
Banker's hours.
Why-
yeah.
I think that's when we went before.
At 9?
I think.
I wouldn't know.
I
They're
probably.
before
It's
they
just time
are, then
jump.
we can
Let's
see
just
who
yeah,
actually shows up.
Let's just head down there and
Okay.
see who's there.
Yeah.
If we're there before they are, then we can actually see who shows up.
Right.
It's true. Ooh, that.
Wink, wink. We could sneak off and, I mean, the whole party doesn't have to be.
Oh, we
don't have
can-
to
we
sneak
can
off,
check
we
around
can
the
just stand
sides
there in
before.
front and see who shows up.
Yeah, I mean, there's like it's like a courthouse. There's like a little courtyard out front. There's, you know, a fountain and things.
Gotta be like a little town
sneaky.
square area.
Yeah, you can kind of just hang out out there. It wouldn't be highly unusual.
We can walk around the building and like
See
investigate
if
all
the
that
other doors and stuff
before
Yeah,
anybody like
sure.
comes and
Yeah,
sees
for
us
sure, for
be
sure.
weird.
Well, why don't you
Alright,
guys go
let's-
take
let's
care
head
of
over.
that since you're sly and shit?
We'll just all head over there and
We'll
see
go
what's
in.
up. Yeah.
Let's
So,
go.
What time is it?
9.
Oh,
No.
We were just talking about not worrying about specifically what time it was, and then we've asked what time it is
I'm
like 15 times.
Okay, I did not hear that part.
Yeah, it's up to you guys how you want to do time tracking. If you want to just not worry about it, I'll let you know if it's important or not.
Let's time travel.
It's up to you guys.
Yes.
Go back in time.
I mean, occasionally
I'm
it's
done
going to be
myself.
important,
Right,
but
for the
not
most part.
every hour of every day.
Right, we could say it's about midday, it's almost sundown.
Right.
Okay,
kind of thing.
okay, like the
general
time-
time frames.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up to you guys.
Yeah,
That works.
I'm not for
That works for me.
Like when we have an appointment, so we have 3 hours to kill until then. We
Yeah, like
Right.
Joel, you can only see him after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, if I keep asking what time it is, just give me a break. I'm gonna take a
Alright.
moment to like.
push ya.
But it wasn't just you either.
Wolverine!
I wasn't picking on you, I'm just.
If you care,
You
I'll
were
just
the
use a
most recent.
D20
then
instead.
if you actually care, feel free to ask. That's fine.
Okay,
I mean, I don't care either way.
I'm just like weird with my organization.
I just know it gets a little tight every. What time is it? What time is it? What time
Yeah.
is it? You
Right.
know?
We spend a lot of time thinking about the time.
So, with that being said, we're all heading to the council.
Yep.
Oh, real quick, I forgot to ask this earlier. What's everybody's bedtime tonight?
Oh, yeah.
10.
Here we go talking about times again.
Like I already let Viridian and Vladimir know, but I'm working Tuesday nights again now.
Gotcha.
So my bedtime is 10 o'clock every night for the
Starting
foreseeable
tonight?
future. Starting tonight. I just found out today. So
Old man.
we're looking at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock unless we gotta wrap up kind
Right.
of thing, yeah.
I think that's good. It's a soft quick end time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's soft.
That's what she said.
So we'll think 8:30, and then if
I was gonna
things
make
are
an
really dope.
ex-girlfriend joke, but I'm not
maybe-
letting
yeah,
do
yeah.
that anymore apparently.
Sounds good.
Alright, cool. So, we're going to the council.
Go to the council.
What time is it?
We're time warping, remember?
9:03 with 32 seconds. 33.
Alright, so you guys get to the council. It's already open.
Oh,
The doors are open. Stan is standing guard outside.
I can never sleep.
Are we still?
This guy,
And as you guys pass him, I don't care who, but he's gonna kind of slyly slip one of you guys a,
Just whoever's on the sign.
yeah, well, you grabbed it, so.
Grabbed it. What does it say?
You want it right now?
Well, we should probably not.
Okay, I'll put
In the
it,
middle
I'll
of
put
the
it
council
away.
chamber.
We're just gonna stop in the middle of the doorway.
I know. Yeah.
Just
someone
below
passed me
Stan's
this
cover.
note.
Secretly. What's it say? What's his name again?
Stan.
Alright, I'll grab it. Put it
you
in
know,
my
this
room.
guy that's always standing guard. He's been there like,
Okay,
And
I'm
you
not
guarded
good
Joel's.
with-
Yeah.
I am not good with names.
Oh, and it's day 29.
It was the dude that we stared at for 4 hours when nothing happened to Joel's.
Oh,
And then he
oh,
was
that
there
guy.
the
Wait,
next
never mind. I
morning.
remember him.
Except that he knew you were there the whole time.
He's like a watch the note be like, I saw you guys watching me.
I still think something's on Joel's.
No, that's some sus.
Really?
That's some sus.
Alright, so.
Now the DM walked away, so he.
What do we see in the council chamber?
So inside the entire council is convened again, minus Cecily.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And again, they appear to be in deep conversation. They look just as stressed out as they did the day before.
Are we close enough to hear what they're saying?
They're talking amongst each other.
Can I try to hear what they're saying?
As you go closer, you can attempt to make just do a perception check.
Can I also?
Yep.
That's 20.
Oh,
22 total.
better than mine. I got a 5.
Okay. They're you can overhear they're arguing about Cecily's disappearance,
Okay, so they're,
and it sounds like there's two sides. It sounds like one side wants to continue looking for her, so on and so forth. One side is like, fuck it, she's dead. We don't care. Let's find another council member.
Wow.
Yeah,
Do
you get the
they-
feeling she was not overly popular with
a good part
some of the
portion of them.
Do I perceive any hint that they think it's related to the demon shit, or
You don't hear anything like
or
that.
that's related to the murders? Like, are there any theories being thrown
So
around?
you
about how she disappeared?
yeah, you got a fucking nat 20. You guys do that shit. You hear Sid, he doesn't say specifically what he's talking about, but
Sid?
Sid is, you get the feeling Sid thinks or believes that she was involved in, some illicit activities that led to her death.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Like,
he's
he's
suspecting.
basically like, yeah, whatever that fucking business she was into, that's what got her killed.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And
there's the
I
fight.
really don't fucking care.
So Sid suspected what she was up to. Not necessarily specifically
He
knew what she was up
doesn't,
to.
he doesn't say
Is that
anything.
SYD or SID?
SID.
Okay.
But he suspected
Sid
her
Vicious.
being involved in some sketchy shit.
Yeah.
And you also hear Kit Real pass gas. Because it wasn't at 20.
It's all.
Okay.
So, is there like a
That's
line?
it,
Are
that's
there
all
other
I've done.
people, or can we walk up to the table?
No, you can walk straight up.
Okay. Good morning.
Mm.
Yeah, they're gonna kind of look at you like,
These guys again.
can we help you?
Yes, you told us to come in this morning to let you know if we were taking the job, and we will definitely look into it some more.
And with your nat
and-
20, you could hear somewhere one of them mutter off to the side, I really hope they wish we'll come back.
Good time.
And,
Right?
we already found out something. This other symbol that you showed us, according to the clerics at the temples, is fake. So it looks like you may have some real murders going on and possibly somebody imitating.
Okay. I'm horrible with names. Unar, kind of like, well, shit, that's the last thing we need right now. Okay. So now you have two potential jobs. So the 250 is still on the table for discovering this. If there are two killers and there's two different motives, they'll give you another 250 for catching both criminals.
Cool.
Well, both parties involved, because because of the symbols, the suspicion is that there's some sort of cult. It's not just one person
Yeah.
doing this, right? So yeah, and if it's only one party, ultimately you'll get just the 250. But if there's two parties, then the bounty for either.
Okay, so we've already presented the demon lord stuff to him, right?
Yeah.
So what if we determined that those killings were strictly Nafog and potentially Cecily?
Well, we haven't said it.
I'm
Okay.
oh shit. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a good point, though. If we find out that what we did before stopped the true cult-like murders,
All that's left is this imitator.
Make a persuasion check.
okay. Do I get advantage? Because I get advantage on all persuasion.
Yep, it's gonna be a DC 16. Because they are not. If
I got a
That's
dirty
it.
21.
I was gonna say, because if you killed
Nice.
Nafog and if he was the one perpetrating these murders, they were inclined not to pay you again because you
Yeah.
already did it. But because of that, yeah, if you find out that's what it was, they'll pay you just for determining, verifying that that was the problem in town as well.
Okay. Other question. Do you have the names and information of the people who had the fake symbol on them?
Yes. So I'm not gonna give, I have a list, and I'm not gonna give you every name. Because some are murdered and they have the Evocule symbol. Some are still just missing.
Yeah. There
And
were
then there were-
13 total missing, 9 that found dead.
Right. So the ones with the false symbol are Maureen, Velma, and Turin. Turin.
Maureen, Velma.
Turret.
Zoinks!
Turin. Turin.
Same name as the guy from the crazy farm.
Turin T.
No, that was Thuren.
Different turret.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
It's a common- it's common
I can't
name.
with
Sorry.
these spelling.
What were those
Is that
names?
Velma?
I'm sorry.
Velma.
I got
Maureen,
distracted
Oh,
by
I
turret.
said Vet.
There are only so many names in the world.
Maureen,
Velma, and
Cheeky Velma?
Turin have the false symbol. And how long ago were they? Were these all murdered or just disappeared?
These
or-
are the
Oh, they were
murdered with the
murdered with that
false
symbol,
symbol.
okay.
Yes.
And how long ago was that?
Yeah, when did these happen? Were they close
It-
together?
In the last month, these ones happened.
So these
So-
three were all very close
Right.
together in time.
Yeah, they all happened within the last few weeks.
And were these the first ones with that symbol?
These are the only ones so far with that symbol.
Okay, so within the last. I'm sorry,
Within
did
the
you say
last few weeks,
few
1
weeks?
month.
Boom. That's
And
good.
again-
So
info.
every
Good
murder
info.
prior to that had a symbol of a vacuole,
Yeah.
and then these ones just started popping up with this new symbol.
Have there?
Because of the spelling difference, Turin, male, female.
Male.
Male. So
Oh,
two females and a male have
yes,
been killed?
yes.
Okay.
And my question, have there been any other vacuole symbol killings in the past few weeks?
No, actually, they found the first ones, and then the last 4 that are suspected of being part of this are the ones that are missing,
Okay.
that are presumed dead.
So there haven't been a vacuole murder since maybe the 3 months ago with Bologna that we know of?
Right.
There's just the disappearances?
So the outstanding murders are the 3 with the strange symbol within the last like 3 weeks, and 4 that are just missing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then you know about the whore that was killed.
You know, Bologna, Darren,
Earlier.
and Beth were killed months ago.
Yes.
So they're part of the beginning ones, okay. Painting a picture. Okay.
And so they know for a fact that one was killed at 9:32 a.m., one was killed.
Should I just ask them before we leave?
You can try.
What I want to
You
talk
can
about?
try. Make a persuasion check.
Well, I'm asking about what you and I talked about.
Right,
earlier.
but they're
When we're done.
Right,
I don't
right.
want to like break anything up before.
just make a persuasion check real quick, just to
Okay.
see how they would respond to this right now,
Okay.
because they're not in the best of moods.
Yes. They never are.
They're
Last
politicians.
one.
I'd be in a horrible mood if I was a politician.
All right.
16.
16, not bad. Will Hardis, they're not overly excited about having this conversation with you right now. But Will Hardis is going to say, make an appointment, and maybe we can sit down in the next few days and talk.
What was the
about-
question?
Right, yeah.
He had to ask, because I think you
I
guys are going out
am
of game.
starting. I'm
So
trying
wait,
to
wait.
start a business. On side
Are you
business.
asking this question in front of the rest of the group, or are you waiting until we leave?
I was going to do this off to the side after
And
everything.
there you
is-
go. So then I guess I don't know.
But yeah, he said,
It's not. I'm not hiding it from anybody.
Right, but if you wait until we leave, then you talk. That's why you talk to them outside.
so sometime within the next few days, come back and talk to him. It's basically make an appointment and we'll talk. But he is open to talking to you about it.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Any other ideas about the murder questions? I wanted to ask, so these have all happened in the last few weeks. Do you have any leads on who to talk to or where we should look, given these past 3 murders? Any family members or where they worked?
Excuse me. Talk to their neighbors,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah, they all live in that residential?
Right. It all occurred in the residential district.
Okay.
Specific family members and shit. They don't. It's kind of one of those. We've been looking into it, but we've got more important things to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Situations.
I guess I'll ask the council the same thing I asked Vald. with everything that's going on, if there was any need for private or personal security for anyone, or if anybody has been inquiring.
That's really none of your business, honestly.
Did
I
you
was
get the
off. I was
pieces
going to
in there?
offer my
No.
services.
No.
Oh, you want to offer?
I was about to be
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
oh,
maybe-
I should
If
fight
any,
them.
if any council members or noblemen,
Make a persuasion check on that. I was wondering where you were going with that.
persuasion that's not awesome. 8.
8, no, they're not interested in your services for that. Just because,
I don't think
Trying
they
to
like
get
us
a
very
job
much
too?
anyway.
What are we staying in this place forever?
No, I was thinking that might be a way to find information. If I'm guarding one of these people and they fucking get attacked.
Fair enough.
yeah, the base success rate for a roll is 10.
No,
It's
I
over 10.
I
so
figured it
yeah.
was fucked, yeah. But that was my thought process, was
Right.
possibly gleaning some information if I was on guard and one of these people was attacked. But I didn't get that, so.
It was an interesting idea.
That's all I got. If everybody else is good with the council, then as we exit, I'm gonna share with everybody what I overheard with my nat 20.
Dope.
And then lean into saying, then I think, okay, so we've confirmed that she has disappeared,
Mm-hmm.
probably taken care of by Joel. So I don't know if we necessarily need to post up. I know as much as you want to be stealthy and sleuthy.
Right?
I don't know if it's going to be necessary.
She wants
I
to
think
go
I
spider.
got all that
I
information
just
just by
want to
listening to a
use my
conversation.
spider boots.
You're gonna. I'm hoping you'll have plenty of
You're
opportunities.
gonna have plenty of opportunities to use those boots.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But-
just by the way, guys, I forgot to say this. I have all the experience. I added it all up. Your experience is updated from last week.
Cool. No, I just figure I think everything I'd hoped to learn by staking out the council, I just overheard them talking about. Is my thought. If you guys want, we can still do it, but I think we walked in at the perfect moment to hear them talking about what we wanted to know.
Yes. You guys, I'm assuming we're out of the council now. We're kind of.
Are you?
Are we out? We're out.
Well, I
yes.
said
I'm
that's
out.
after we exited.
Okay, we're out.
He's out.
We're
Does
out of
anybody have any
earshot.
reason to still be there?
No.
Yeah.
We're out of earshot.
No.
Well, I want to talk to them before I do anything.
Right, so while you guys are having this conversation, you stay behind to talk with
And get
Willhard,
told
and it
to get
doesn't take
appointed.
very long, right?
Okay, so the last thing I say is, look, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but it would be okay if maybe when we get back, we can have this discussion at that point.
Yeah.
Whatever, however long it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll wait for everybody to come out
okay.
and we'll talk.
So that wouldn't have taken very long.
Right, it would take like 5 minutes at most.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling out the note from Sten.
Ah,
Guys, Sten gave me a note. What does it say?
That's an invitation to meet with Joel that
Of course.
evening.
Meet with Joel
Perfect.
at 9.
Joel, Jesus.
I don't know why you guys don't like Joel. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
I don't like Joel.
I haven't had much problem
I'm
with Joel.
suspicious.
Yeah, I'm
I
suspicious.
I
but
like
don't
the company
hate
he
him.
keeps.
I just think he's a little sus.
Leather and lace, they're not too bad.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with leather and lace.
Oh,
So,
I know
They're
what I
names of
can
leather
do
and
to my. Yay!
Oh dear God.
so before we go down
Just so
that
you
route,
know, I'm gonna actually hand you this piece of paper when you're rolling leather.
So-
And you need to read
Okay.
it out loud.
Okay, roll wants to
You're
say
gonna
that.
get into it, start
Oh my
No,
god.
I won't do it. I was gonna have Kit Roll lightning breath that piece of paper right out.
that would have been brilliant.
I'm not gonna do it.
You could have firebolted it or something too.
Oh,
Do it, I dare you.
That'd be fine.
Alright, so with that being said, we have the day. I still think we would get the most accomplished with only 2 days, because I don't want to stay in Fairguard forever.
Yes.
So
I wouldn't complain if you did. It'd make my job a
So,
lot fucking easier.
with only 2 days, I think we would get the most accomplished if we split our investigations.
Alright,
So we definitely need to talk to the residences. We know we're going to the Wicked Rest at night, and now we've been invited to go talk to Joel again. So,
we could do
those
that.
are both nighttime activities.
The
During
nighttime
the
is the right
day,
time.
we have to go to the residential area and talk to the innkeeps. So I can split off and just go to the Indies, go into, or at least I'm gonna go talk to Ralph at that for sure, and maybe some of the Blood Riders.
Or
The
Hellraisers.
Hell-
Riders, sorry. Because they might have gotten some more information in the last day or so. But
We can look into the neighbors of Darren and Beth, who died about 4 months ago, who that may have been solved already. We can also look into the neighbors of
these new people.
the new people,
Yeah.
Maureen, Velma, and Thurin.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Well, we can split off and do both, maybe. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Weary Traveler and maybe make my way around the market and see if there's any rumors flying around about what's been going on. If anybody wants to go that route, or if everybody else wants to go to the residences, that's fine too.
I hate to be this person.
No, you
but
don't.
what time is it? I want to know, like, daytime.
10:30.
Yeah.
It's 10.
10:30.
Oh. Okay.
We went to the
Never
council at
mind.
9 a.m.
No, I don't know
Yeah,
what
we
I
got
was
a lot of
thinking.
time to kill.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking, oh, like, it's perfect. It's like in the middle of the day now. Okay. I was gonna say going to the Wicked Rest and, like, I mean, that's a good idea always, but we could, like, talk, see if we can get some information out of some people, like, see if maybe his girl has some more information, see if my
Right, no,
precious Scoter
That's
has.
also
we're
probably a
definitely, we're also
nighttime thing.
planning to do that at
Okay.
night.
Yeah,
What
Scoter.
we were
and-
talking about right now is what we would
Scoter
do
and
during the day.
Ciara would
Okay.
definitely be nighttime
And the
employees.
Yeah.
announcer
Okay.
probably also be the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they'd have a
They're
need for
night
a big
last time.
fucking
Yeah,
Minotaur guy during
yeah,
the
you guys
day.
haven't been there during the day, so it would be a safe assumption he would work nights.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
we're
when he
doing the
sees
Wicked
Scoter,
Rest
So-
and Joel tonight.
Okay.
But then during
You
the
don't
day,
like
we're gonna
Rick?
check out
Rick?
around here, ask some
But-
neighbors, and then we're gonna ask some people here and
Just
here,
about
maybe
Maureen
here.
Bellman Turin.
Which
About anything?
Whatever information we can get
Well,
regarding these
where
rumors.
should we go?
So, does anybody want to go talk to the families of Darren and Beth, who had the Avakiel symbol on them?
I think Thad was going with you, right?
Well, I'm planning on going to talk to the families of the newer murders.
It's a new one.
Yeah,
I mean,
Thad.
I can do both, but if we want to split this up in
You wanted to go to?
Maureen, Bellman, Turin, I mean, we can.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So if it's okay with you guys, instead of doing 15 separate
Yeah.
things,
Right.
I'm just gonna have you roll, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna determine what information you get.
Sounds good.
That's fine.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So then, so
let's
What
do
do
it.
you-
where were you rolling? Just so we know who's rolling for which encounters.
I don't want to do any of this.
Well, you don't have to.
He never wants to do any of this.
Somebody go make some potions.
Well, I'll tag along with somebody,
Yeah.
whoever wants me, but this is all just like,
We
what are
got
we doing this for?
we got 2 days to kill. What else are we gonna do while we wait for her armor to get done?
Yeah, we
Do you
could
wanna
make
go-
some money on this.
Take a nap.
Do you want to go find me some indigo for ink?
Uh,
Yes.
Okay. So you know how the police, like, to investigate, they go to different shops and see if people have been buying weird stuff or
Mhm.
stuff. Like, I was thinking maybe I could go to the general goods or the blacksmith and see if maybe,
That's a great
you
idea.
know, put two
Okay.
and
That's
two
a
together.
great idea.
No,
Thank
for sure,
you.
yeah.
Oh,
Do that.
yay.
So I'm just gonna have everybody just
You always
roll.
watch like CSI and shit.
So let's,
I do! And forensic files.
We'll go-
So does Wolverine.
we'll go one at a time here. We'll start with Silver.
Okay.
Roland, where are you at?
The first stop was gonna go to the Weary Traveler to talk to Ralph.
Okay.
Let's see if
So
he's
what's
done
your
it.
what's your route?
I was gonna go Weary Traveler, and then I was gonna go into the marketplace and just start talking to people there.
Okay, so I'm gonna make 3 investigation checks.
3 investigation. Alright. I like investigation, that's good. 14.
Okay.
Not as good. 7. And 18.
Okay. And you're investigating just in general?
Just what people have heard about the murders. People who've been found, what rumors are surrounding them. If they know anything about the symbology, cool, but maybe focusing less on that and just what is the word around. What's the word on the street
Okay.
surrounding these murders?
So. It's the same basic information that you've been getting. You know, it's
Nothing
that
new.
there
that's
are
jumping
rumors
out.
of demon worship.
Okay.
Maureen, one of the shopkeepers tells you that she feels like Maureen got what was coming to her.
Maureen wasn't like.
She was working.
Wow.
She was working with Cecily.
Oh,
And
got it.
Cecily was a banker, right? She was more of a loan shark than anything. And a lot of the shopkeepers had issues with Cecily because of that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So does it seem like that's credible information?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That was off your 18.
Okay.
But the other ones, you know, they were nice. They were nice kids. They didn't deserve what they got. You know. But yeah, that's the big thing you get is Maureen.
Maureen was working with Cecily, and then
And if
Cecily
you
was
continue asking around people, you know,
kinda
not
witnessing.
everybody's of that same harsh opinion.
Right.
But they're all, you know, she was working with Cecily. We had
Yeah.
problems
Gotcha.
with them anyway.
Okay. And then if I could just real quickly, just to clarify, because I wrote it down, is there a bank here? Or is a semblance of a bank in the marketplace?
There's a small kind. Yeah, there's a. Trying to think of how to say this. What I want to do. There's not a bank per se,
Right.
but there is like a small office that Cecily kept,
Oh.
and Maureen was kind of like her secretary there.
Hmm.
And it's so.
So it's probably empty right now.
It's absolutely. If you were to go by it, it's empty. And nobody knows where they were keeping any physical coin.
Can we circle back around and maybe I can
can
investigate
try.
that later
Yeah.
after everybody else does
You
their
can try,
shit?
yeah.
All right, then keep that. I'm gonna try to get into that joint and see what's up.
It wouldn't be hard. I mean, it's basically a stall.
Gotcha.
Right, it's not a building
So
that's
it's
locked
not a
up.
building.
Right.
Okay. Did you want me to do that now, or have everybody else do their investigation?
You can do it real quick, do an investigation.
Okay, yeah,
That's
just to
fine.
see if
Just to get it out.
guys, I was hogging everything.
Fuck you, natural one.
Oh, shit.
You find nothing, and a couple of the shopkeepers are kind of side-eyeing you now, like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Dope. I'm gonna get out of there.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
You know you're
So,
not wanted.
my plan was to go by the neighbors of Maureen, Velma, and Turin, and so asking about. Should I do 3 rolls?
Yeah, I
for
was gonna say
that?
do one
Okay.
for each.
So, Maureen, then Velma, and then Turin, asking their neighbors. So is that a investigation?
It's investigation.
Okay, so that's 16 for Maureen. Oh, that is an 8 for Velma. And a 19 for Turin.
Okay, that's a fail and 2 successes.
Okay.
So what are you looking for in particular?
I'm looking for any information about when they were murdered, if they had any enemies, who their people are, if there's any suspects that these people are thinking of, if they saw anything suspicious, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you get the same information because of that 19 on Maureen, that she wasn't overly popular, especially with the shopkeepers, because of her association with Cecily. Which one was what was it, 16?
Actually, 16 was the Maureen. The,
Okay.
the 19 was Turin.
Okay, 19 was Turin. Turin actually, he died before the other two.
Okay.
And Velma was suspected initially because they had an on again, off again love affair
Ooh.
that wasn't, very kosher. But then she turned up dead after Maureen did.
Do either of them have exes?
There's a list.
Okay.
They both kind of got around.
Is there anybody in particular that stands out with that 19? Or any enemies they might have, any feuds?
Okay, I can work with that. Velma has been known to associate with a prostitute named as Scooter.
Stop playing.
Yes.
Stop playing. No, you only chose that one because you know that I
Because it's gonna be fun, that's why. Everything I do is because it's gonna be fun.
Spicy booty boy.
Did you write that down?
Now I will.
I need to.
Scoter, spicy booty boy.
So and in general, people that go up, anybody, people that cause trouble for the horrors generally don't end up well off, right? They're pretty protective
Yeah.
of each other and that kind of thing.
Okay. Is there anything else I can get about?
Is there anything else you're looking for in particular?
Any nosy neighbors? Like, who do you suspect?
You
now,
read
you know?
so that's their suspicions. In as far as that goes, they're for the most part they're pretty close knit neighbors. They're not going to talk. They don't talk bad about each other for the most part.
Jacqueline isn't one of the ones.
That was her name, Jacqueline. She's got something bad to say about everybody.
Yeah.
As you question her and she gets going, she just starts, and before you know it, you're talking about something completely different than what you were asking about.
She was right.
close. She was
She,
yeah, she was
she
money
knew
with
about
Cecily.
Cecily, yeah.
She still had a lot of bullcrap to say though.
Yeah, she just.
They always do.
Yeah. She's that little old lady that hates everybody and sits with the binoculars.
Yeah.
Oh, that sits on her binoculars.
So
Oh gosh.
you had 2 good rolls and 1 bad roll.
Right.
So,
So I think I'm done. I got the same.
well, I mean, I was there. Would I be able to maybe persuade that other person if
You-
she didn't
you-
get
you
any?
You
can
can
with
attempt
me?
to.
Oh, okay.
You can
Or
attempt to make
intimidate,
That's a good
because I
idea.
got +1 on both of them.
However you want to do it, you can try.
But
Yeah.
I didn't know the situation, so I don't want to intimidate some
So now it sounds
woman.
like 3 people went together?
No, he went to the shops and shit. They went to
Oh.
talk to the neighbors.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
in a different area. So what about, so that third person, I don't know who it was.
That was Velma's neighbors that I didn't succeed
So
with.
go ahead and roll whatever you want, persuasion or intimidation.
Okay, I'll do a persuasion.
How do you
I'll
wanna do it?
I'll throw him a couple little coin.
Oh, we'll do a persuasion with advantage if you can throw money in. Yeah, everybody loves money.
Okay.
Except me.
Okay, so I got 15
15? Okay.
with 2 gold.
So this was for Velma?
Yeah, for Velma's neighbors.
Okay. So hold on, there was Maureen, so Velma.
Dang it, I forgot to use my.
Wait a minute, so who was it that was
So I learned
dating
from
Turin? I thought that was
Velma.
Velma, okay.
Yeah, so I learned from Turin's neighbors that.
Okay, that's
Velma
how that,
was
okay, I just wanted to make
suspected.
sure,
Yeah.
I'm getting wires crossed now. Yeah, so Velma, so that would bring you, so it was 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
And 8 would average out to, what, like 12? Okay. Can I see that map real quick? Sorry, I need to try to put something together here. So Velma had a habit of hanging out at the Wearier Traveler.
What's
Um,
the wearier traveler?
It's just another one.
It's another
It's a
name.
rival in
That's
the
where
Weary
Ragla
Traveler.
is.
Oh, okay.
That's perfect then.
So she had, yeah, you get the same information about her working with Cecily. She wasn't overly popular with the merchants and the whatnot.
So we're talking about.
But we didn't
Maureen
know
or
about her
Velma.
working.
Velma.
We
Oh
didn't know
no,
about her.
Maureen worked, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the wires crossed. Yeah, she hung out at the Wearier Traveler quite a bit.
And she got around, and she
got around.
was with Turin and was suspected of killing
And
Turin.
they don't, it's kind of one of those things where everybody knows, but nobody really wants to talk about it because they don't want to get their neighbors involved. You know what I mean?
Punching her softly. All right, so that's a little bit of information we didn't have. So that's cool, and that'll give us another excuse to go speak to this Ragla woman because her name is awesome.
I know. And she started, I love the feud of that. I need to talk to Ragla.
All right.
Alright, Bob's turn then?
Yes, what
I
is
got
Bob
the lucky
doing?
kitty. I'm gonna just investigate the blacksmith and the general goods, see if maybe somebody bought something suspicious, maybe slide them a couple gold to get some info out of them. Kind of like how they do in CSI and all that stuff.
I hate to do it because it's such a great idea, but you don't get any particularly, I'm not even gonna, there's just no particularly useful information on that story.
No.
I know, it was a great idea,
really good idea.
I really
It was a
thought
really
it
good
like
idea.
did that. I was like, yes.
Okay.
but don't get discouraged from having ideas just because that didn't work out the way you wanted
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Next time it might work.
Yeah,
Okay.
but in this instance, no, there's, just because I've already got it all planned, I know.
Even
what's
without
going
the
on.
gold, like.
With or without, they won't take your gold because they don't have any information for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And what were you doing, Gabriel?
I'm going to talk to the Hell Riders.
They actually shipped, they still have rooms reserved, but they shipped out that morning. They're
How far out are they?
he doesn't know. They're off doing something.
I want to do my best to find them.
Well, they're out of town.
I know.
Okay. So, how long are you going to spend trying to find them?
We got a whole day until nighttime apparently since we're doing shit. So 9 o'clock.
Okay, so you find their tracks and where they left town, but they left on horseback. So, you're not going to catch up to them on foot. That's why. How long do you want to spend trying to find them?
Once I see the tracks, I guess I'll go back to town.
Okay.
Chasing after rumors and whispers.
Hey man, there's a fighting pit here. If you're itching for some action.
Yeah, but it's not the weekend anymore.
That's true, that was
It
Sunday.
was
Sunday.
Sundays
Damn it.
only on the Lord's
Why
Day.
isn't that a nightly thing?
On the way back, I'll keep my eye out for indigo.
Roll a persuasion check to persuade the DM to let that happen.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll give you a check. If you want to do that, I'll give you a shot.
Persuasion, you said?
Persuasion.
Nope, that's a 9.
The 9?
Yeah.
That just doesn't work. I wanted to roll a metal dice against it too. But 9's too low.
So, but on my way back, I'll keep my eye out for some indigo plans.
Okay. Make a survival relation.
11.
11?
Yep.
God, I
Oh,
hate that door.
I'm telling you, man. That's
I
like
haven't
a
heard that in a while.
fucking trap. Yeah, you managed to find enough to make a bottle of ink, a small one, like, I don't know, what,
A vial of ink.
like 2 ounces,
What happened
maybe.
to you?
I'll do it.
It's a fair
Okay.
amount of ink, actually.
Absolutely.
No, it's not a bad amount, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you were going around to.
I was just seeing like if maybe
And
so
somebody
we can
bought some
assume that would
suspicious
take the
stuff.
better part of the day to do all of
No.
these
Yes,
He just said
that's
that
why I just wanted to do it.
individual things, then
You
we
only-
can meet back up at
Just
Gillen's
like, yeah, it
Glory
didn't
and
work.
then
Because you
go
figure,
from
you know,
there.
you're probably
Or meet
gonna
back up at the Wicked Rest if it's late enough.
you're probably gonna have a good 45-minute conversation with each individual,
Right.
and travel time and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So we haven't decided where we're meeting up. So where should we meet before we?
Retroactively say we just meet at the Wicked Rest at say sundown.
Are we? What time is sundown? Is
The
that
Wicked
7?
Rest. Oh yeah.
Sundown is 6:30ish?
It's about say
Okay.
12 hours from sunrise.
Yeah. I was thinking we'd do that after Joel's, but no, we can go to the Wicked Rest.
We can always do that after Joel's too, yeah. If we want to.
Does the night shift start at like sundown?
In the night.
Is that like a good?
I mean,
We could go
again,
check.
How do you
generalizing.
Oh wait.
Maybe
Again,
maybe.
generalizing. Don't care what specific time it is.
She's not even allowed in casinos,
That was a
dude.
joke.
Wait, I
That was a
actually
joke.
did go gamble when I was in Wisconsin, and I won a lot of money. I did,
Well,
like
but
a
you
couple
couldn't get
hundreds,
it
a couple
Before I
hundreds.
stand corrected.
Before we get there, can we just take a break real quick?
Yeah,
fuck
that's fine.
it.
Before we keep getting distracted about what time it is.
Car. Game on.
Game on.
All right.
Oh, there's a Betty's on it, didn't it? Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
This was the plan, ladies and gentlemen.
Going to the Wicked Rest at sundown. Meeting up there.
Hate to be that person, but what time is it?
Sundown.
You
Oh, it
absolutely
is?
don't hate the beat up.
I say it. I am that time bitch. Like, it is sundown though?
It's sundown.
It's sundown.
We're going. So we have what? 2 hours? Is it 6 or 7 at sundown?
6:30. Yeah.
Okay, so we have about
Yeah,
2.5 hours
3 hours, yeah.
till we meet Joel at 9.
Well, if we meet him at 9 on the dot, it's just after 9.
Yeah.
Is when he's at his warehouse.
So we have like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
at
So we can ask
Wicked
her on the
Rest.
Wicked Rest.
Okey-dokey.
See, I like that one first.
I
Here to
was-
work?
I was like going
You
like
come back
this, and
later
I
to
literally
play.
melted off my pizza.
Bob!
That Bob's not listening.
I know.
I was telling him how I onion off of my pizza.
For this particular visit, we're here to work.
You're telling me this. Last time I was the only one working.
I know, but that's what, because I intend to come back later. But that's the idea.
You know
we
what?
work now.
No.
After we meet with Joel, we can come back for the fun part.
Okay, but isn't Scooter? Someone found out information
That's
about
what
how
I
we
was
might
just
be
gonna
involved.
say. Did we all get
Right, so
together
we
and
should-
share that information really quick? So, did anybody want to withhold any information they learned, or are we all?
No, I'm gonna.
I
warn
wrote
Bob
it all down. I'm
everything.
remembering it.
Are we all sharing everything we learned?
Of course.
Okay,
At this
so
point, we're all, except
Buddy,
for
buddy.
one of us, we're all family.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know which one you're talking about. Everybody's my family.
I mean, which one he's talking about.
Family's a really fucking strong word. I've known you people for a month.
All right, yeah, that is a strong word. But yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, so we know all the stuff. So yes, we do know that Scooter was spending time with Velma, and Velma
And Louise.
Velma was with Turin, and Velma had been suspected of Turin's death. He died first. But then Velma was found dead as well.
Is
And-
Scooter the murderer?
Well, we should,
Oh.
we,
Okay.
well, maybe, Bob, are you down to do a little dirty snooping? Like, are you gonna see your man Scooter and ask around? Like,
Am I?
Joe wants away.
Wait, you said dirty snooping. I know what
You're
he's
gonna
thinking.
do, you know, do some pillow talk,
She
you
did
know?
the right hole this time.
You know what do you think you can handle doing some pillow talk investigation?
Oh, can I handle that? The real question is, can he handle that?
Well, maybe see what you can get out of Scooter.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Dear
What I
God.
can get out of him.
Depends
We'll
on how
ask
busy you've been
around.
that night.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna post up by the front door. Wait for shit to go south.
Maybe you can talk to Nar if you're gonna do that. Because
Alright,
that's
fine.
kind of where
See
he
if
works.
You, Falona.
That is a
Yeah.
great idea. We need to talk to Nar.
If he's gonna post up outside, then that's the perfect guy to do it.
I'll talk to him.
One of the most intimidating guys we got on our crew. I think that's a great idea.
One of the.
I said
No. He's
Okay,
speaking, he's
the
speaking
most.
fairly highly of himself.
I'll talk to the bartender. Maybe you can see if Ciara's not working.
I'll go with you to the bar.
Okay. All right. What do we see as we walk up, Mr. DM?
So yeah, the bouncer's outside doing his usual. He's just kind of standing.
Is it Nar?
Yeah. And same as like he's gonna hold out a hand for the cover charge, which was a silver, I believe. If I remember correctly.
Sure.
Yeah. No problem.
I don't remember correctly. So.
I believe it was a silver.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm tossing the silver.
You have a silver? I'm just saying, mister, I don't care about money.
I don't
Right.
care about your money.
He's got jewels.
That's true. Alright, cool. So, we're gonna go to the bar.
Go to the
You're gonna
bar.
try to find Scooter. You're gonna try to find Ciara. And you're posting up outside to talk to Nar.
Sure.
Cool, we got a plan.
Look at us go.
So I
What am I
approach
hearing?
the bar.
Creatures.
Creatures.
Yeah, it's like nighttime. Nighttime creatures are going to bed.
Yeah, I'm still
Inside the
outside.
wicked rest.
Okay, yeah, that's right. He's outside, so I guess that would be.
Windows are open to let out the stank.
You can't let the stank out. You keep the windows up to hold the stank in.
Right, that's part of the.
And boom goes the
Yeah,
dynamite.
yeah.
Oh no.
Roll up the windows. You're letting the stank
I
out.
was just hoping to hear some some music. Oh, here we go.
Oh, medieval spicy booty shaking.
Thank you, Sirenscape.
Shout out to you guys.
I think he's looking for like medieval heavy metal.
No, not at all.
No.
This is
Some strings, some wind instruments, whatever.
See,
something.
you give him a little piece. Making musical demands.
Give a mouse a cookie. I'm telling you.
Alright, so we're heading up to the bar.
The bartender's name is Carr, K-A-R.
Is it it's not that same lady we talked to last night.
No,
No.
this is Carr.
Is it a dude or
Yeah,
a lady?
it's a dude.
Okay.
Just because I didn't write her name down, and I
said-
don't remember who the hell she is.
I think
I've got
I
it
have,
somewhere.
but whatever.
We're going with this.
She's
now.
not working tonight. Dude bartender.
Dude.
Dude.
So do you want to just go down with what we're doing?
Yeah. So how do we want to do this? What are we looking for?
Okay, so the plan was he was gonna post up outside and try to talk with Nar.
Okay. Great idea.
He's looking for Scoter. He's looking for
My
Ciara.
Ciara.
And then the two of us went to the bar.
Okay.
Talk to Car.
Okay. So what are you asking? What are you looking for from Carr? We'll start with you two.
Well, first of all, am I recognized given my public figure thing in the town?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm gonna offer to buy him a drink if bartender wants a shot with us. I'll get all three of us around.
He declines.
Okay,
To
but
drink
then I'll
with
get
you,
two of us a
That's a good
drink.
bartender.
Depends on where you work. But we'd like. You want to ask? What do you want to ask?
Well, just if he knew Felona and any of the other related disappearances and murders that have been going on.
And Velma. Does he know anything about Velma?
Yeah, he knew Felona not well. He's relatively new to the Wicked Rest, but he knew about, he knew something was going on between Velma and Scoter. It looked like it was ugly. Last time she was in, they argued, they fought. She was very upset.
Did he know Maureen or Turin number 2?
No.
Gotcha.
Did he hear anything about Velma and Turin? Because they had been suspected of.
He just knew what was going on between Velma. There's something
Velma and
going on
Scoter.
between Velma and Scoter. And he's not a very loquacious man. He's very...
Am I getting any
Right.
kind of read off of him, like he's trying to hide
Make
something?
an insight check.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus... plus nothing, 18.
I got a 5.
He's telling the truth, but he doesn't seem to be overly invested in it. He just
So
really doesn't give a fuck.
He's not hiding anything, he just doesn't care.
Yeah, basically.
Dope.
Does he know anything like what people are worried about? Because clearly we learned last time that people here were worried because it's usually people who are kind of on the
It's-
fringes of society. Like what's
there's a lot of, customers that come in and they take a liking to a particular girl and,
yeah.
kind of like stripper stalkers, where they hang
Yeah.
out outside and wait for them and try to follow them home, try to give them gifts, all that jazz.
I've never
That's a
done
big
that.
concern. You've never heard of that? Or you've never done it?
So I've never done
Leading into that then, do any of the girls here tend to have Nar or any of the other bouncers walk them home?
Nar
and
tends
stuff
to be
like
the
that?
one to walk them home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you- are there
Remember,
any
Nar
other-
is a mountain of a man.
Right. Are there any other bouncers that work here, or is it just Nar?
Just Nar.
Just Nar. Okay.
That's all they need.
At least at nighttime.
He is the bouncer.
Alright.
I like the music right now. The background.
Oh, did you find that acceptable?
I approve. Good job.
I'm just going to give you control of the music from now on.
It's usually what
Is
happens.
there Sorry, is there anybody, do we know of any current stalkings going on with any of the workers here? Is anybody right now feeling uncomfortable and having Nar follow them home?
Now that Velma's disappeared, not so much. You know, she was an issue with Scoter,
Yeah.
but you know, Nar kind of, you know, he
What do
makes
you
it,
mean?
he makes
She was
himself.
an issue with Scoter. What do you mean?
Well, Velma was.
You're not here.
Oh, that's right.
but you're looking for Ciara.
Alright.
We're talking, but yes.
But ask the
What do you mean?
Well, because of the issues between Velma and Scooter,
Yeah.
you know.
She was basically his stalker,
She
yeah.
was just a pain in the ass, more or less.
Okay.
From asking around town, it seems like a lot of the other shopkeepers and business owners in town had some not so pleasant dealings with Cecily. Do you know if Rahab had any similar unpleasant dealings with Cecily?
He's just a bartender. He doesn't fucking know.
Is Rahab here tonight?
Yeah, she's always there. If you want to talk to her, she'll, you know, she usually makes rounds,
That'll be
you
my
know, to
next.
check on the customers and check on the girls and whatnot.
Dope. I'm gonna tip him another silver, and that'll be my next stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna try,
I'll
I'm trying
go
to
with
find
ya.
Rahab. Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Who was Rahab? I'm sorry.
The owner.
The owner of the Wicked Rest.
Oh,
She's the madame.
Can I go next?
Yep.
Alright, where my boy Scoter at? I'm gonna ask the bartender, hey, is Scoter working right now? Or is he possibly working
He's
later
waxing
tonight?
his asshole right now.
Oh yeah, he's getting it cracked.
He's getting it bleached.
Oh god.
He's getting ready for you.
Oh,
he wants to make sure the snooping's not too dirty.
I'm glad I'm outside.
I'm saying you find Scooter.
Psst.
Yes.
You go to talk to him, and he's got a job to do. It's pretty much constantly, well, why don't we go up to my room and talk? You know, trying to lure you into to doing business.
That's not hard.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say, hey. If you're working later tonight, I'll be back. But here is, I was wondering
No,
if you could possibly
I'll pour it.
tell me some stuff right
Why are you
now.
being so sneaky about it?
Under the table.
It's like a fucking AA meeting going. So what?
Okay, so, I said he's trying to take me up to his room. I said, no, not now. I'll be back later for that. But I was wondering if right now you could spare me a minute,
A quick minute.
a quick minute. I was just wondering if,
Every minute he's not working is one step closer to losing his job.
okay, I was just wondering if you knew who Thelma was?
Yeah, he absolutely knows who Velma is. Or was.
So I assume you heard that she got killed and had like a symbol carved on her?
Yeah, he's getting riddance, bitch.
Oh,
He's not upset by this at all.
do you know if she caused any problems with anybody or anything like that?
Crazy.
Yeah, she caused plenty of problems with him. He had some run-ins with Turin because of her behavior.
Wait, so he had run-ins with Turin because, and then Turin and Velma were dating. Okay.
Right. And of course, there's other guys, but that was the primary one.
So did she piss anybody off enough? Do you know, like, what was going on with that? Or do you think it's just maybe, like, some rando who killed her?
It was probably, given her predilections, it was probably one of her boyfriends. That's Scoter's thought. It's probably one of these boyfriends that she was fucking around with.
So she was dating Turin. Was she dating anybody else at the same time? Or maybe upset an ex?
Yeah, that's a suspicion. Is that
Okay.
it was one of her exes that she pissed off.
Okay.
And it goes back to saying initially he suspected Turin was going to do something, and then Turin winds up dead.
Okay. So it's just a big...
It's just it's fucking high school. basically.
Okay.
Sorry, wasn't it the other way around? Didn't Turin die first?
Yeah,
and
Turin.
we suspected Velma, and then Velma
He
died?
suspected Turin was going to do something, and then Turin wound up dead.
Gotcha. Oh, to Scoter. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, do you think you can give me, like, a recent ex's name or something like that? Do you know?
Make a persuasion check, because he really doesn't want to get involved anymore in the
He's
accident.
not gonna think of you no more. You're freaking him out.
You liked him a lot
Yeah.
first time.
Hey, I said that I'm gonna be back. Okay, first roll of the day. You said an investigation?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
Is that there or there?
That was over here.
Okay.
17.
17. Yep.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Now I'm blanking on names.
Cheese and rice.
Does anybody remember how much it was for an hour?
It was like 2.5 gold.
2.5 hours?
Got
Graham.
it, don't worry.
Graham?
Graham was a recent ex that she spent a lot of time bitching about.
Okay. Well, thank you. I know you got a job to do. Here's for your time. I'm gonna go ahead and give him 2.5 gold for his time, and I'll be back later for you. Keep your plans open.
What is our plan after this?
Joel.
At 9.
Yeah, we're just like messing around
What
here
time
for
is it
quick
right now?
sec.
It's
Sorry,
sundown. It was
asking about time.
6.
That's all good.
So I'm
We
gonna
have
say
about 3
after
hours.
you guys, I'm gonna say if you want to just go ahead and do that, spend your time here and then go straight to Joel.
Okay.
Because again, it's not 9 specifically, it's just after 9. We can't see him before 9, we can see him anytime after 9 is when he's at his warehouse. We don't have to be there at 9 on the dot.
Okay, so
Yeah, who's next?
did you get that? All of that I gave him the gold, and I was like,
Yep.
oh yeah, okay. All right.
It's now either Bad or Kitril, and then we were going to talk to Rahab after.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how hard you're gonna try with Nar
And then
Kira. I'm assuming not very
10
hard.
silvers, 1
Based on your character display
So,
that's hard.
roll a 20 and make him spill his guts.
But you're not. You're gonna get absolutely nothing out of
10
it.
silvers, 1
He
gold.
barely even
Give
acknowledges
me a
it.
chance.
Well, you can try, but
Give me a chance. I'm very persuasive.
give it a go.
I got good charisma.
What is mine?
So, yeah, Nar, I hear you're a good bar or good what do you call that?
Bouncer.
Bouncer.
Bouncer. I hate it in there. All these ragamuffins doing weird crap. I don't know, whatever. I don't get what they see in it. But so, you walk some of these folks home, and I'm playing it cool.
Mm-hmm.
Chill.
He doesn't even respond.
So I'm gonna take that as a yes. So have you ever seen anybody following you guys when you're walking these people home? Because I'd like to take care of them.
That's all you get.
All right. I'll try to roll a persuasion on
I
that.
don't
Okay.
like this guy.
The bouncer?
I don't like Nar. It's fucking. There's
That's
something wrong with him.
Nat,
Wait, are you
Nat
acting?
20, guys!
Alright, this is just to like us.
That's just me.
That's the opal dice, baby.
I didn't like him last time. You played him the same way.
So
I like it.
I'm not entirely sure how to do this. He's never going to respond, and there's a reason for that. That I established long before this scenario. I don't want it to like I just made this shit up. I established
Hold the
why
door.
a long time ago.
He's
But because of your nat 20,
gosh,
Just give me the
great.
nod. That's all you can do.
well, he doesn't respond. Period. But
if
you
I-
can tell there's something very, very off about this guy.
Like Irma off?
something very, very off. Like unnatural off.
Ariana, do you have any juice like we did last time?
Juice?
I'm gonna take a gander. Just take a nice Arcana look at him.
Yeah, okay.
That's 17.
17. Okay. You know that he never blinks, and he doesn't appear to be breathing.
Whoa.
How would we have not noticed that before?
Because you weren't really paying attention.
Because we were going to the horse.
You were
Horse.
going.
The horse! The horse? The horse.
The horse house.
He's a bouncer. You guys paid him and just went in.
Yeah, we didn't really pay too much attention to him. We
Well,
thought
we also don't know this yet. So.
Vladimir thought it was weird.
And you guys also, your
Twice.
your passive perception
I
isn't
need
high
to
enough
just
that you would
say
notice
that.
someone
And-
like that without
I see.
So
paying attention.
I'm gonna thank him for his time, and then I'm gonna palm him another silver piece. Palm him another silver piece, and I'm gonna use my perception to check to see what temperature his palm is.
Okay.
Wow.
That'd be 18.
That's dead body temperature.
What? See, I knew there was something up with this dude. I knew it.
And, I mean,
Damn,
looking
and I
at
just
him,
about
now
liked
that
him
you
too.
know there's something, weird about him, and you suspect that he's undead, obviously, he's exceptionally well preserved for an undead.
I was gonna say, is there some kind of magical preservation around it?
He's walking home. He's like scared.
That's all I would have done.
Escorts. He's being a good guy.
I only ask because I get
He's
the
the
passive
fucking
perception
mountain.
thing, but
The Arcana would, that's what the Arcana, to determine anything beyond that would take a detect magic.
okay.
Or you would have to stand there for like an hour and just kind of investigate him.
Okay. I only asked just because it's a favorite enemy, so I don't know if that would, on top of passive perception, have gleaned anything.
No, not just passive perception, no.
Gotcha.
Because again, you guys only spent like 6 seconds with him
Right.
at
Yeah.
any given
We
time.
never talked to him.
It is a bouncer. I mean, that does make sense.
And Silver was very excited to get into the whorehouse every time we've been here.
We've only been here once. Jesus.
But you were very excited.
You were very excited.
The first time.
I'm just gonna stay standing on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Mind my own business. I'm gonna mimic his stance. If he's like this, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
he
this.
just
Stare out like he is.
Just for funsies, can somebody throw him Silver on their way in? He looks like a bouncer.
everybody knows Nar. So Vladimir, you're up next. That's all you wanted to do.
All right, so
Okay.
since I've been with her a few times,
Yes.
I'm just asking you straight up, what is her favorite drink?
Her favorite.
What does she
drink-
like? What is her jam?
She's a wine gal.
Raspberry
Okay,
cup
what
coffee.
is it called?
Oh, that's what that is. Oh, cause sorry, my schedule just changed. She prefers the Alfost Red. It's made in Alfost. It's a higher end wine.
Of course she does. Fancy bitch.
All right, how much is the Alfost Red?
Wow, get
How much is the
women.
Alfost Red?
Alfost
A
Red.
bottle.
A bottle?
Oh.
It's 3 gold a bottle.
Ooh.
3 gold a bottle.
3 gold a bottle.
Honestly, 3
I
gold
can
isn't
afford
bad.
that, so I will
Okay.
buy the Alfost Red and I will take her to a room for the night.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Are you not
For
from
the whole
jungle?
I'm paying for a room.
For
And I'm taking her to a room
So you're
to
gonna-
discuss some things, and maybe I'll stay there, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so that's gonna be 15 gold to hold her up all night.
Plus 3 or
3 for the
18?
3.
So 18 gold.
18 total. 3 for the wine,
18
15
gold.
for her time.
All right. 18 gold. Let me just write that down. I'll deal with it later. Minus 18. All right.
Okay.
So I find her and I say, hey, I need to talk to you about some things, and let's go have a moment.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna.
Or an evening.
I'm not gonna fuck around. So,
Fuck around.
You're not gonna
Or
do
you
dirty snooping?
are.
well, you know. So I take her in the back and. What's the deal?
Okay, what
You
do you
start the conversation.
What are you looking for?
You're the character. I mean, you're the character.
Somebody's getting bossy today.
I'm going to be 100% honest. Would not even know where to start
All right. So
playing a female prostitute.
All
You
right.
should watch Harlots on Hulu. It's great.
Also, to be fair, you're the one trying to get information out of her.
He just wants me to role play his fucking horror. That's all it is.
I'm down with that. No. So
I mean, that's something we would have to do. Like, I'm going to need some wine and a that's a private.
That's never gonna
That's a private thing.
Private dancer, dancer for money.
I've probably got the shoes somewhere.
So I'm just gonna ask her the same basic questions.
Okay.
About. Hold on, can I flip back?
Okay.
About Velma and Torin.
So make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okay. With advantage, sweet.
Yeah, because you're known to her, she likes you. You just bought her wine. You just paid her for her entire night. She basically gets a night off now.
They were both 11s. Okay, so 12.
12? Okay. So she's going to tell you that, A, she doesn't like Scoter. You know, she knows about the issues that Scoter and Velma had. You know, she kind of thinks Scoter is a dick. And, you know, Velma was a pain in the ass. She wasn't handling the situation right herself. But, you know, it's kind of Scoter's fault. He's a dick. I'm sorry. That's her opinion.
Oh my god.
Don't take it so brutal.
Don't say that about Skoda.
So, can I ask her what do you mean you don't like Scoter? Like what exactly is wrong with Scoter? What's going on?
So he's kind of he's the guy. He's the kind of guy that he doesn't keep everything business. You know, he plays with girls. He gets emotional. He gets them emotionally involved.
And boys.
You know, he kind of.
I see.
Yeah, he. They're supposed to be professionals. He gets too emotionally involved, and you know, gets extra shit out of them, and then he just drops them when he's done. That kind of thing, you know. He's
Get played, homie.
I am. Why do you have to make it
Okay,
Skoder?
well,
Why are you
Can I
doing this
just go
to
a little
me?
bit further and say, well, you know that Velma was killed, murdered, and all
Right.
this. So what? I mean, is there something there? Is there some kind of connection that you might know about? Not saying it's Scoter, but it could be someone else. Or what else does she know? And I give her another drink.
Well, did she have
Loosen
a
her up a
bottle?
little bit.
I just pour in her new glass.
Yes.
Just gonna top you up a little bit. You know what would have been funny? To put some of those mushrooms in that.
Ah.
I might be finger blasting her at the same time.
Oh my god.
Wow. Sorry, alright. You told me not to say that, but I had to.
Just wait until Viridian. Okay? Until Viridian
I
finds
will
a
walk
hobby.
out. I will walk out.
I died on the inside for you.
And now you know Kit Rill's distaste with whorehouses.
Alright.
Blasting, what the frick? Wow.
That should be the name of this episode of Dirty Snooping.
No!
Not Finger Blast.
Finger blast?
Dirty
Finger
Snooping.
blast while I'm
Dirty
talking to
snooping.
her.
I like dirty snooping, yeah.
No.
I
Plan
finger blast.
bang.
Wait.
Oh my god.
South Park episode. Finger bang.
Look, I made a little wizard hat.
Okay, so
Okay.
he can't think of anything.
I was just thinking. I don't know if anybody's heard the old meme. I put on my wizard hat and robe. It's a sexual RP meme.
Yeah, I have seen that.
I forget.
Oh wait,
exactly.
Wolverine. Can we get going?
There we go. Yeah, let's talk more about what you're doing to this poor girl.
I mean, can we just does she have any information?
I'm trying to think. There's a lot going on here now.
He rattled him.
She doesn't think it was Scoter, but Ragla would probably be a good person to talk to. She's kind of got her finger on the pulse of quite a bit.
Apparently not.
She's got her finger on what? Sorry.
Because we heard
It's not what she has her finger on,
Yeah.
it's what she has her finger in right now.
Oh god.
So we did learn that Velma hung out
Okay.
at the Warrior Tavern. Okay.
Truthfully, I don't know if I ever asked her this, but maybe I did, so you guys can correct me, but Cecily?
I don't remember if you asked her about that.
I don't
Cecily?
think so.
We
No.
haven't heard anything about her specifically
Yeah.
before we went to
So she does know that, she doesn't know the full gist of it, because she's not a partner in the business, but she knows that Cecily was trying to cause trouble with Rahab. Because Cecily was trying to get her, she was trying to get her mitts on everything. She wanted to be a piece of everybody's business
Throughout the town.
throughout the town, and Rahab wasn't having it. So
Okay.
they did have some trouble with, some bully boys came in, you know what I mean, tried to intimidate her. Nar kicked the shit out of them pretty easily. So it just, there's been tension there, quite a bit of tension. So the idea that Cecily had, I forget her name, the other prostitute killed Felona. She could see that happening, to kind of send a message, as an intimidation.
Okay,
tactic.
well, this is kind of gonna suck because I've already heard what you said about Nar. But one of my paths of questioning was going to be about Nar. But now I've heard this other stuff. So now it feels like I'm cheating.
Right. Well, I mean, you can still, if you
Well,
would
did your
plan
line
to-
of questioning was to find out if he was undead?
No?
So then just go with the line of questioning that you originally had.
Yeah, if you had
My
already
line
had
of
it
questioning was
planned.
just because originally, if you remember, I
Yeah.
thought that it seemed a little fishy that he was the one that was
Right.
seen.
Well, the same thing that I was talking with the barkeeper.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, it'd be like, what's going on with Nar? Seems like he was seen at some of these,
Nar's, as long as she's been there, Nar's been there. He's a quiet guy. His job is to keep the girls safe. And as far as she knows, he does the best he can to do that.
Okay, so that would be fine. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wouldn't know about the other stuff, so okay. She doesn't know much about him, or she's not going to say anything.
And right now, all of the people that we know who have been murdered, only one of them has worked at the Wicked Rest. It was just Felona was the only
Yes.
person from the, and even the people who have disappeared and not shown up. none
They,
of
they
them
weren't
worked.
they weren't specifically associated with
Okay.
the Wicked Rest. No.
Okay.
That's her kind of one of her theories is that she was killed as part of business by Cecily. Or
That's what
she
Ciara
had her.
says.
That's her theory.
That Felona was killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, Rahab's telling the girl, don't talk about this. Let it be. It's not your business. I worry about it, that kind of stuff.
But she had that Alphas red, so now she's
Yeah, she's a little more open.
All right.
Which Cecily did have something to do with Felona, so.
All right. So I guess. What about any of the other deaths or murders, like Maureen or Torin? Does she know anything about that, or is she just?
She knows a little bit about Turin just because of the Velma connection. She knows there was some trouble there. He came in a couple of times and got a little too drunk and a little too rowdy. But, he never actually caused any trouble. She wouldn't know why those two were killed in particular.
All right. All right. Cool. So then I just lean in, like, get right next to her ear. and I tell her, next time I come in, I might have a new job for you. And then I just like, oh, yeah. Fucking tear it up, done.
Oh.
Go.
Oh.
So 18 seconds
I
later,
did that for
he
you.
runs out.
Yeah. No, that was just the blasting.
Oh
Just
my
the
god.
The
I'm dying.
Don't
right now.
confuse you with your own father, guys.
finger of blasting.
New
That
magic
is
item.
going to be a magic item.
Hey,
Bang, bang.
hey, it's already been established. If I need land,
Shut the F up. Shut up. Alright, we're talking to Rahab now.
We're trying to find Rahab, yeah.
Yeah, she makes her rounds and she comes across you guys.
Cool.
Alright,
Wait, did you guys not already do that?
No, we talked to the
no, not
bartender.
Rahab.
we jump, we
Oh
let-
wait, who's Rahab now?
the-
Rahab's
the
the
owner.
owner.
By the way,
Owner.
I love
Oh, okay.
that
okay.
name.
What?
Rahab.
Oh, Rahab? That's a good one.
They use that in Soul Reaper.
I'll,
It's
you
been
know,
so long since I played those games.
It's a great name.
you know, obviously Rahab's a busy person, so I'm just going to cut to the chase and say
Okay.
this is what we've been hearing around town. What were your dealings like with Cecily?
Make a persuasion. You can both do it.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm going to maybe offer some information in trade if that might help with my persuasion.
Yeah.
Depends on the information you're trying to
The
offer.
fact that Cecily's gone, what I overheard at the council.
Oh, that's old news. That's not gonna really get you anywhere.
From this morning?
Rahab
Well, it
has
Rahab's
been
got-
it has been 2 days.
and Rahab has access to a lot of information.
Alright, well then we'll roll together.
She's a bad man
I'm
of jail.
going to let her know that we're looking into these murders trying to stop them.
Okay.
That's 20.
And,
Oh,
okay, it's better than mine.
as I said, if you both got nat 20s, that would have been pretty awesome.
Right, just
No, I
everything.
got a 10.
You know whatever the fuck you want.
That would've been rad.
Okay.
But
So
that's
what?
fine.
So you're. So she's gonna tell you know.
If she had similar dealings with Cecily as what the other shopkeepers had said.
She had no dealings with Cecily.
none.
Cecily tried, and she. Fuck off.
So is Cecily just like gathering from what I heard before? She was like extorting these other business owners.
Right. That was her entire game.
like straight up mobster style. You pay me to be able to stay in business.
Right.
kind
She was a
of
loan
thing.
shark.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And you know, and she did the same thing. You know, well, it would be a shame if something happened to your building. You know what I mean?
Right.
That kind of shit.
Right. Okay. But then okay, that makes sense. And then the same things about Nar. Maybe asking more specifically, is it part of his job to walk girls home, or is that just something that he's been doing because of what's been going on?
It's technically part of his job, but it's not something he's had to do very often.
Gotcha, but
Yeah.
more frequently.
But keeping the girls safe is his job, whatever it takes.
Gotcha. Okay. That's all I got.
Can we talk about Velma, Turin, Scoter? Ask about what the situation was there and
That was a mess. You know, thank God Velma's gone. She was a troublemaker. You know, she's you know it was partially Scoter's fault because he encouraged her, and you know she's had to talk with Scoter about it.
does Rahab know anything about any other potential enemies Velma or Turin might have had? Any other drama they started in town?
Well, I mean, there was always drama surrounding her.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she slept with a couple of neighbors' husbands. You know, seduced some brothers, that kind of. I mean, she was always. That's
Anything
the rumor.
recent that was
She's gonna
big?
give you the same name that Bob got. Was it Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham.
Graham was the reason.
That was the most recent one she's aware of.
Okay.
Does anybody suspect Graham of possibly killing her in Turin?
I mean, it's definitely crossed her mind that Graham could have done something like that.
Okay, so he's the type of guy who would be capable of doing something like that.
Most of the guys in this town are the type of guy that would be capable of doing something
That's
like
fair.
that.
That's fair. Dope. Thanks for your time.
One quick question.
No,
Do you
no,
have
Never mind,
any?
Where are your time?
Do you know how? Do you know if Marine was connected with Velma and Turin at all? Do you know Marine?
Not that she's aware of, no. But, you know, given the fact that Marine worked for Cecily, you know, who knows where they were trying to make connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okie dokie.
Good.
We done here?
Just
Off
meet
to
up-
Joel's?
Meet up with everybody else at the Joel's.
Go outside and share our info?
Okay, I want to like actually say something though. Okay. So I have it written down so I wouldn't forget. So, blah blah blah. I'm gonna pretend that we talked about everything. I'm gonna notice how you guys also got Graham's name, but I'm gonna say that while I was talking to Stoder, I went ahead and gave him kind of like a little bribe in a way, just so I can keep up good impressions with him, even though he's a possible suspect in at least the killing with Velma. Do I think he did it? Maybe. I don't know. So I want to stay kind of in his good,
In
Graces.
his
good grace, in his
spicy food?
good spicy booty.
She meant Grace's.
I did mean Grace's.
Okay.
Spicy
Who's
booty
dirty
graces.
now? So.
So you're not
think-
going to be a problem.
That's
is what
not
you're
a
saying.
bad idea.
Yeah, no, because
Bob,
I
I
think.
trust you now.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah,
No,
I just
mean,
think.
if
What's your
this-
real
if
name,
this
though?
narrows down to
Bob.
possibly being
Mhm.
Stoner, then you could be the inside.
Yeah, because
Man.
I'm thinking it's good to have that.
He
But,
already is.
There's too many
I think
entendres
it's-
without it.
Right?
I love it.
That's why I kind of stopped before
Oh.
I finished that.
I just
Guys are
think it's
just
good.
so way too sexual.
Bang, bang.
Alright, yeah, and then I'll share everything else we talked about, which really didn't get much from either of our conversations. Other than
So
Graham.
obviously I shared everything that
Yeah.
she said, so everybody knows.
We know all the things.
So
Do you share what
Does
you
Kid
found?
Real share?
Where are we standing?
Well, we're
No, we're
this
like
is-
walking.
This
What
is
Joel's
Kid
in
Real
now.
better share.
This is en route
I
from the
know.
Wicked Rest
Oh
to
my
Joel's warehouse.
I'm waiting until we're out of sight, out of sound of the place.
Right.
of
So,
course he would. Which
So-
is smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
so
yeah,
Nar is not alive.
Okay, can I say that? We were
But-
far away.
By the way,
We
Ari,
were talking.
Yeah.
right?
So by not alive, like
Ooh.
vampire, like
No, not. I
like-
didn't say he was undead. I said he's not alive. All I know is he's not alive. He could be a golem. He could be any sort of creature that's
I
animated.
knew there was
or-
something off about him.
Or it could
That was
be
in
a-
character, by the way. That was
Got
bad.
it.
I can't tell the difference. You're the one who can tell the difference.
gotcha.
Maybe we can follow Nar some of these nights, see what his deal
I'm
is.
following our tonight.
Okay.
Just because something is not alive does not mean it's necessarily evil.
Yeah, but it's
I'll keep
interesting.
I'll keep that in mind.
Maybe.
I mean, I've
But
ne-
what are you going to accomplish by following him if he's just
right off the
standing
bat,
there?
I've never heard of an undead bouncer.
I
But
did not say undead.
right,
I said
exactly.
not alive.
But with that being said,
You're
that
presuming
could be,
that
that could be demon related.
Could be.
There
It
could
could
be
also
some
be
kind of
that.
demonic magic that's keeping him.
It could be also that if you're talking about a mountain that's supposed to protect people, that a golem's a pretty good choice.
Could be.
He also
So-
has been connected with the people here, so maybe following him might lead us to some clues.
Yes.
Outside of the story. A golem. Not a golem. A golem. Not that one. He's not undead because it's like a
It's an animation.
It's a construct.
animated.
Right.
Yes, it's like a
And my
fucking stone creature come to life.
doesn't have to be stone. It could
It
be other-
depends. I mean, there are also
Clay,
flesh
whatever.
golems that are basically, I mean, they're still a construct, but they're made out of dead bodies. And then, yeah, there's clay, there's stone, whatever. Yeah.
So my point is, before we start suspecting something like
Well-
that of anything, let's check to see if it's undead or not.
Well, that's fine. I appreciate that, but definitely could be related to. I mean, we're following demon worshippers right now. So, if it is some kind of undead thing, if it's not something as simple as just being a golem,
So what did you guys tell me about?
Well, it could just be they're cheap and they don't want to pay somebody, so they're just got a golem watching the door every night.
could also be it. I'll find out because I'm gonna follow him tonight.
Sounds like a plan. She should go with you,
I
or
was
Bob should go with you.
in character, I'm looking at you like,
You can come. I'm hearing what you're saying. Most of it.
You're too suspicious.
Says
I was
Kit
at-
Rill, who's like,
Right?
who's this guy? Every time we meet somebody.
I got a question, just an outside question. So, a lizard usually doesn't show its teeth until it opens its mouth. Your teeth are always showing, right?
Mine?
Sure. Yeah, we can say that.
Well, you're a dragon.
Yeah.
Most of the time, dragons'
I got
teeth are at least.
I got some gnarly teeth hanging out.
Some fangs.
This is just, for my own
Oh,
thing.
quick aside, we did say that maybe every like 3 or 4 sessions we were gonna reintroduce our characters and what they look like. So maybe we can start next session
That's fine, yeah.
doing that, just so we still get the idea and the
I
like
wanted to
feel.
draw my character.
Yeah.
Well, then do it.
Do it. Oh my gosh, I'm trying,
Yeah.
but
Oh my
drawing
gosh,
a
Hey, I want to
lizard
draw my
is super
character too.
hard.
But guess what? I suck at drawing, so it's never gonna happen.
Booyah.
Well, because
My character looks fucking amazing, but you'll never fucking see it.
Tim's drawn my character twice and he's planning on drawing all our characters. So if we sit down and at the beginning of next session we'll describe our character pretty well, then you can watch that and maybe draw like a group.
I want my character to look just like that.
With the eyebrows.
With that
and
fucking face, right there.
Alright.
I was gonna say something very wrong.
No, don't do
Okay.
that.
Anything else before we make it to Joel's?
Nope.
Who's this Joel character? Kidding.
everything. Get all that face.
Alright. Who do we see at the warehouse?
Stan is standing.
Jesus fucking
How
God.
the fuck?
Stan has a twin.
He's a fucking
Stan is a-
golem too.
Stan is a fucking twin. Inside check.
Actually, I'm going to.
Inside check. Yeah, roll.
Inside check
I'm going to
now.
Arcana check him.
Maybe
because
he's also
Okay.
the same thing as
I'm
fucking
getting a
Connor.
feeling from Sten since he's everywhere all the time.
Right,
that
I'm-
he might have something similar going on.
I'm just doing. Can I insight while he arcana?
Yes.
Okay. That's not.
Oh,
that's
6.
Not.
Oh yeah, you
Eight,
get
sorry.
nothing.
7.
You get yeah. He's a dude.
Can I
He's
try to talk to
dude.
him for a minute as we go up and be like, hey,
You can
Steph?
talk to him.
And
Can I
try
can I
to.
Well, he's
stare
at
at him
least a
like I
little bit
don't
more
like him?
animated. He handed us a note this morning.
You what?
Can I stare at him like I don't like him?
Yeah, you can. Are you gonna try and
You
intimidate
just
him?
not like
Or
everybody.
are you just
I'm
gonna
just
stand
gonna
there?
stare at him.
Okay.
You just don't like anybody.
I don't trust Sten.
Okay, I need to go up to him
Specifically
and say, thanks for the note.
Well,
this
dude,
morning.
he's been fucking
Can I
everywhere.
try to insight
He's
check
kind of
him?
creeping me out.
You can. I
Does he,
mean,
does he
He's a
respond?
yeah. I mean, he responds
There's two
cordially.
Stans.
Okay, so he responds like
It's
a
a
regular
Sten and
person.
Stan.
Okay, you guys are missing and talking over what's going on, guys.
Oh,
Guys.
snap.
You're supposed to say Wolverine.
Are you? Well, you.
And check the cork. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say you can throw the cord.
Yes. Never mind. Wait. 10. I got a 10.
Oh, that's just, yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, so he responded like a normal person to me when I tried to talk to him.
I'm
So-
gonna palm him a silver piece like I did the other guy.
He's not gonna take it.
I'm still gonna do it.
Well, he's not gonna take it.
Or he can take my hand.
He's not gonna take your hand.
Ah, I'll make him take my hand. I'm gonna intimidate him to take my hand.
Oh, hey, you could try.
Hold my hand, bitch!
Take the fucking coin.
I am going to.
You're gonna intimidate him?
Thanks for the note.
That would be a 24 intimidation check.
Whoa.
He's still not gonna touch you, but I mean, he's like, yeah, he's. I mean, he's now very, very nervous. And you guys should probably just go inside.
So I'm gonna flip the coin at it.
What?
He's gonna
This
bounce
guy,
off
see,
his
this
chest.
guy,
That's alright.
Sten is weird.
You're weird.
Hey, I knew there was something off about the fucking doorman.
There's an easy
I know there's something off about this guy too. We all know about it.
There's 2 Stans, so it's an easy explanation.
I think you're right.
Hey,
So
what do we
fine.
see?
The exact same scene you see
Leather lace.
every
silver.
time. Yeah.
Lipstick and leather. Wow. It's a song. It's awesome.
I know!
Oh, I just want to zap
Get-
that thing so bad.
Circle in, guys. Come on, rein it.
So you invited us here.
The electricity is just flickering at my tongue right now.
So yeah, Joel's gonna greet you. Yes, I invited you here.
Didn't expect to hear from you so soon. What's going on?
Well, I took some time and I went over the paperwork you brought, and I talked to a couple of my people, and it looks like the group of bandits you guys took out, there's another group, they set up a meeting with another group of bandits to kind of
This meeting.
form a partnership. And I would like to get somebody, because you killed them, I would like to get somebody inside to talk with these guys. So my idea,
Oh, so this meeting hasn't happened yet.
no, it has not.
Gotcha.
It's scheduled to happen in 4 days. So my idea is I would like you to take and, one way or another, I'll leave it up to you how you do it, but pretend to be the group of bandits that you killed. Meet with these guys, find out what the plan is and what they're doing, get whatever information you can out of them. And then bring that back to me.
You want information.
I want information.
You don't want us
You
to
don't-
kill
I don't want you to
Don't
kill
want
anybody.
names.
Don't
Okay.
kill anybody.
Except for the bandits, though.
No.
Nobody.
No, not even the bandits.
No deaths.
Then what are?
It's a recon.
All he wants right now is information.
And
He
this
doesn't
is
want
straight
anybody
from Joel.
dead. This is straight from Joel.
Where is Leather and Lace?
They're,
On both sides.
yes, they're flanking him.
All right.
So he's asking us to go out for some espionage.
Yeah, and his idea is for you to play the role of the bandits that you killed.
Meaning, play the role of Nafog's group.
Yes.
Do they know Nafog by name?
Do they know his face?
As far as he can gather from the information he has, no.
Well,
These bandit groups have not
Met.
had much communication in the past. However, if you're worried about that, then, you know, we were bandits that worked for Nafog, and fuck him, we killed him and we took his place.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
Don't we
say,
have some
can
questions
anybody,
for him?
Can anybody just...
It's up to you guys.
Who?
For Joel.
No, Joel
Yeah.
invited us here.
Exactly.
We're talking to him right now. So,
And
ask a question if you want.
if you can manage to do it without having to fight, I would like one of them brought back alive for my own questioning.
How do you intend for us to do that if...
It's your job.
Non-violent.
It's your job. It's up to you how you do it.
I've got ideas.
If you can't do it, don't do it. That's, you know, that's fine. But I prefer no deaths on this one.
Because we want to root them out. We want to find out what the plan is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
once you get this information, then, you know, maybe he'll have you follow them to their camp. Maybe you
Yeah.
put somebody on their trail, whatever, right?
I need to know more about that. From these correspondence, does it... Because the group we killed were worshipping demons.
Right.
Does it appear that this other group is also worshipping the same demon?
That's the kind of information he wants.
Okay.
His suspicion would be yes, but confirmation would be nice.
Okay.
You know, what he wants is he wants to know why they're doing it, what their plans are for their future. They're obviously trying to organize and connect. So do they know of any other groups? You know, what's their base of operation? You know, how much of the strife in the area has been due to them?
So the meeting's in 4 days. Where's it at?
The plan is to meet at the hideout, the dungeon that you guys have cleared through.
Gotcha.
Underneath the farm.
Dope. It's filled with like dead bodies and shit right now.
No,
Which
it's not
it's
filled with
collapsed.
nothing. It's
That's
collapsed.
right. We collapsed it.
So we can.
So we can't really meet
So you-
down
Well,
there.
we can say Nafog died in the tunnel collapse.
So they know where it is. So I mean, you could realistically meet them in the farmhouse
Yeah.
and just say,
At the
look, this
entrance
is
of it.
something
Yeah.
happened, blah blah.
That's
Okay.
fine. We can work with that. We can work with
And he's going to give you a description based on what little information he has.
Gotcha. So we have that information.
So meeting at Simon's farm.
So it's the group. It's
Turin's farm, wasn't it?
No, we entered at Turn's farm but came out at Simon's farm.
Nope.
Right?
Came out
No,
the
we
same
went.
place.
We went out the same way we came.
yeah. There was only
Oh,
one
yeah,
entrance.
I'm
So-
pretty sure it was at Turin's farm.
It was heading that way to Simon's
It was, yeah, the
Okay,
direction was
okay.
going to Simon's farm,
But it
but
was
yeah,
at-
the entrance was at Turin's farm.
Turin's farm.
When we ran into the
Okay.
farm.
meet at Torrance Farm.
Okay.
And pay
Yeah, well, what's the pay?
for success in this pretty precarious endeavor.
Well, it shouldn't be that precarious if you do it right.
Yes, but we gotta be very convincing.
We're risking our lives.
Not if you do it right. This is Joel, not me.
Right.
Well, what is the pay?
Who's playing the fog?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't think anybody needs to play Nafog.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that.
Because they might know Nafog.
Yeah, it's up to you guys how you
That's
want to
too risky
play
to
it
try
out.
to, unless somebody can disguise themselves to look exactly like Nafog.
Out of character. I'll just skin his head and
Well, that's long
We
gone. The
lost
council
the
took
yeah, the
it.
council had the head.
Yeah.
give it to him.
But well, yeah, I don't think we need to do that.
What is the pay?
I'd say, I've been thinking about this. I'm really not sure what a fair payment for this job would be.
1 billion gold.
Right. Right.
Billion gold pieces.
Like, so well, obviously this is going to be tiered. Like, there's going to be complete success. There's going to
We
be
killed the fuck out of him.
recon success, but we didn't bring anybody back. And then there's going to be everything went pear-shaped and we killed them all.
Well, you'll get nothing for that.
Okay?
Absolutely nothing for that.
So-
Pear-shaped equals no gold.
What he's currently asking us to do is to go there, meet, gather information. If we can, bring somebody back without fighting alive, and then beyond that would be actually finding out their base of operations, finding out where that is like even beyond that.
Right.
Or whatever information.
So-
we glean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically going to be, you're going to get paid based on what you bring in.
Okay.
That's fair.
Total complete success would be 1,200.
Okay.
That's everything. And all the information he needs, a live prisoner, no deaths, no suspicion,
You just say 1,200?
1,200. That's for complete success.
Still split 5 ways.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that. I just might keep my mouth shut.
This is for what he specifically asked
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
that's about
Okay.
Cecily.
Can I, while this is going on and I'm not actively talking with him, because I sat outside his fucking warehouse for 6 hours and didn't see anything,
Yeah.
can I look around and see if there's like a trap door, a hidden access, a teleportation ring?
You can try and make an investigation check.
Can I? Go ahead.
I'm going to, because I know that Joel,
Right? That's what I'm doing.
I know that Joel knows about everything around town, so I'm not going to try to hide the fact that we're working for the council looking into these murders.
Mhm.
So I'm going to show him the fake symbol, tell him about what we're looking into for the council, see if he knows any information about that or if he's even interested or...
He's interested, and he's done a little bit of looking here and there, but his primary focus has been these bandit groups and
Yeah.
the bigger picture,
Okay.
as opposed to the smaller.
I'm...
The murders and stuff. That's the kind of stuff he's leaving to the council.
Okay.
That you kind of get the feeling he feels like that's all they can really handle.
I mainly just wanted to let him know we're working for the council so he doesn't find out. So,
Well, I mean, you would imagine Sten's probably already told him.
yeah. And
And I'm gonna lean in, I'm gonna say, look, apparently you're a man of your word. Took care of Cecily. Was there anything else you found out about Cecily's doings? Anything that could help us and anything else we're investigating? 'Cause, apparently you took care of it, which I applaud.
Yeah, she has been trying to get her claws into all the businesses in town.
Was she involved in
She was
the
a
dark
demon,
magic?
She was a demon worshiper. She worshipped the Vakiel. She had strong ties to the bandits. That's most of the money that she was gathering from her little extortion ring was going to fund their operations. And that's part of why people are so pissed off with her is anytime they came back and like, okay, we've been giving you money and you're supposed to be holding some of it aside, because she's trying to be like a legitimate banker in appearance, but she never seemed to actually have any money. And and a lot of the businesses you know, I mean, there were a lot of people that were out to kill her anyway. You know, she was not going to last much longer in town. But yeah, she's definitely into the demon worship, and that's why if that leads him to suspect all the bandits are part of this overall kind of cult. And it seems to be the unifying theme.
From where did you get this information about this meeting?
From the notes that
The
you brought me
paperwork.
from her,
The paperwork
from
brought back
Nafog.
from Nafog's desk.
There was a lot of information in there.
Yeah, it was like a stack.
Yeah, I
Notes.
remember that.
I think the only ones we actually read were the ones that were signed by Cecily that said we're giving
She's
him
funny.
orders,
Yeah.
but we brought back more.
We
than
brought
just
that, yeah, we did grab a stack of them.
Did any of those notes?
Sounds legit.
So we're still looking into the we're still looking into the Avakio murders in town, but there haven't been any quite recently. Given what you've read of all of the notes, do you think that that's been taken care of now that Cecily has been taken care of? Or do you think there's still something to look into about the Avakio worshipping in town in Fairguard?
I would not attribute everything to Cecily.
Okay.
Just because, you know, she was part of this and this was happening doesn't mean it's all connected
One head of the
on
Hydra.
the same level.
Okay, at that same point, I'm going to lean in and say, do you feel that Cecily was the only person in the council that was
Yes,
a dirty,
absolutely.
dark?
I think everybody
demon
else
worshiper?
was, everybody else on the council grew up in this town, they've lived here all their lives, they're, you know, pillars of the community. Cecily was a newcomer, she came in just a couple of years ago.
Would my Nat 20 from the council meeting have echoed that sentiment?
Yes, you got a very strong sense that they're not
Boom
just
on
concerned about
Good one.
Cecily in particular, but what that means for the community as a whole.
Right.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, 13 on my perception check for the building.
You don't find anything particularly out of. I mean, it's a large open room.
Right.
You know, it's not very well
I'm
lit.
just wondering how the fuck you got out of here.
You don't find anything that stands out.
Okay.
And it's not like you're snooping around.
Right.
You're just trying to kind
Well,
of.
yeah, that's why I changed it to perception rather than investigation, because I wasn't actually like physically investigating.
The
things.
DC on that was like 18 or 19.
God, yeah.
It was a high DC.
That makes sense. Standing out in the open, just trying to be like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm good. I'm good with this.
Do you have
I'm
any
good with
more tips in this endeavor? So it's in 4 days.
It's in 4 days.
We need to talk too, though.
Yeah. So it's in 4 days, and so it only takes us like 3 hours ish to
Oh
get
no,
there,
but
right?
I want to get there probably
A little-
the night before.
Yeah. So we got
And
time.
set some things up. We need to have contingencies
Yes.
in case it does go pear-shaped. But that's still 2 days from now, so
Yeah. Maybe we can stock up and
we
like
can
set
come up.
traps and
We can come
yeah.
up with a plan. Figure out what we're gonna do. I don't think anybody's gonna. Well, but again, we'll talk about this after
Yeah.
when we get back to the place. We don't want
Okay.
to waste any more of Joel's time.
Anybody else have any questions for Joel?
No.
I think Kit real does.
I was gonna say, you got something to say? Say it.
I have nothing to say.
Joel
Okay.
say to my face, motherfucker.
I have one little question. Do you know anything about the Wicked Arrest and maybe their bouncer or anything going on with the stories there?
You can say kind of a look of distaste on his face.
Once we agree, Joe.
That's not the type of place I would frequent, and I don't have anything concrete. But if you were to ask me for advice, I would tell you should probably stay away from that place.
And what about the Wearier Traveler in Ragula? Do you know any information about
Yeah,
that?
it's an inn. Her and Ralph don't like each other. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay. Thanks.
Which one's Ralph?
Ralph is the Weary Traveler.
Oh yeah, duh.
Okay, well, we won't waste any more of your time. Thank you.
Okay.
And I guess we'll be back after
We
our
get
endeavors. Yeah.
And then time traveling, and we're going to time travel somewhere.
No.
No.
Is Lace
No.
right there?
No, we have to have a conversation.
Or not, like, is
I'm
Leather?
just fucking with you guys.
We'll say, hey, Leather.
Time?
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
I already know what's
right.
coming. I'm walking away from this. I can't watch this train
Physically
wreck.
and
Damn! Doug said,
really
fuck
upset.
this nonsense.
Hey, Leather. How's
Look,
it
he didn't
going?
flip the fucking table, man.
you've got to read it.
I know.
I told you.
Well, I don't have
No,
to
no, I'm
know.
gonna say it out loud to her. And I'm gonna be all like.
She's worried Kinrail might let fucking.
Remember, you're on camera. Look sexy when you do it.
Oh my god!
No pressure.
Right.
Does Bob have long hair?
He looks. It's my cloak. It's my cloak. I'm like standing over her like this. Are you a gelatinous cube by any chance? Because I feel like this encounter will end up with me inside of you.
Please tell me you were actually holding up the note. The whole time you were ignoring nothing of mine.
By the way,
Exactly like
you should
that.
probably quote that.
I
quote.
already did.
Okay,
Just
that's
like
right.
this.
All three of them. Joel,
I watched those
Leather,
videos.
and Lace,
They are hilarious.
They all just, they kind of look at you. And she just starts laughing. And Joel is, that was very, very cute, Bob.
I'm just gonna
Catch
say
around leather.
I'm gonna say I took 2 hit points of damage from witnessing that happen. Just mental damage that I just took.
I'm just beaming. I'm so proud. So proud.
You fucking would be.
Did I miss it all?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
course,
missed
as
it.
you always
Oh
do.
no!
It was so bad. It
good.
was so bad
It
I took
was
damage from
so
it.
good.
I even rolled for it. I'm just gonna roll D4.
He rolled for damage.
It
Because he heard
wasn't
it.
that bad.
It was pretty bad.
What's
Say
that
that to
line?
me.
Billy Madison? Everybody in this room is now dumber for having heard what
Alright, then so they're gonna laugh at Bob. I'm gonna leave.
We heading out. All right, I'm gonna say, see you around, Leather, and I'm gonna wink. And then I'm gonna turn around and
She
walk
can't
with
even
you
look
guys.
at you anymore. She's
It's fine,
laughing so
it's
hard.
fine. I still did it. But I'm gonna walk back, and then as we're walking out, I'm gonna say, I think that went well.
Yeah, you're down with that shit.
That went well.
You couldn't have at least memorized off a piece of paper.
You were carrying it for like 2
It
days.
was so inconvenient.
Everything about this is wonderful.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Good stuff.
That is good stuff.
So do we want to maybe get a room at the Wearier Traveler today?
It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DM question.
Yes.
If I take a short rest,
Yes.
I don't need one because I haven't used any spell. I gave myself damage, but
Oh, you want to change your spells?
outside of that, no. If I take a short rest and then stay up all night, and am I still going to take a point of exhaustion?
Well, it depends on how long your short rest is. A minimum short rest is an hour.
Right. If I take like a 2-hour, like straight up, not doing anything, meditation level short rest, can I avoid exhaustion if I stay up all night?
Let me look at something real fast. I know what I'm thinking, but let me look at something.
I mean, I imagine I would have to sleep most of the day tomorrow if I do that, but I'm going to.
What's your...
I'm following Nar.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh wait, are we gonna do that together?
If you want to. You don't have to,
I got full
But
HP
if
and
you
plus
want
7
to.
stealth.
So
but let's find out about
Obviously,
this
at this
exhaustion.
point-
Let's find out about exhaustion first. I'm
you
not trying to
told
be
us, you gave us our special gifts, right? So
Yeah, we
we
got
got
all-
our spider shoes. I got my armor. I got my smooth
got
Yeah,
all
we've
our
got all our
shits.
magic.
Got all our shits.
Yeah. Let's find out about the exhaustion first, though, because I don't want to be disadvantaged in case
Did
we
you
get
eat
scrapped.
something with the wicked rest?
We all cover shit.
The shits.
I both tied.
Because my thought is
Smell
I'll
it.
rest until about the time that he would be off and heading out or walking a girl home. That's when something's gonna happen. I'm not gonna watch him stand in front of the door all fucking night.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But if I could follow him from the door to wherever else,
Yeah, you could probably sleep till like 2 a.m.
I imagine
Like
they're
1
open
a.m.
later than that.
Yeah.
They're open 24 hours, he said.
That's true, but
So you
Nar's
don't
not
know
going to work
when-
24-hour shit. Well, we don't know that for
You
sure.
don't-
Yeah. Sten
Especially
seems
if he's not alive, he could just stand at that door all the fucking time.
But then that would also give us a clue on like what's going on with him because he wouldn't move. So
I
we'd
mean-
be like, have a clue. Okay, maybe he is like a golem.
Well, I mean, I have a backup plan for that too. I can just
Oh,
get
go
close,
talk to
get close enough and detect magic.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess if he's a golem, there wouldn't be much magic in that, would there?
Well, it depends on the goal.
Magic animates.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So there'd be, however it was created, I guess, potentially.
Well, generally speaking, golems are magical.
Right, but it wouldn't be like necromancy if it. I
Not
would be
for
able
a
to tell.
golem,
I would be
no.
able to tell if it's undead or not at the very least.
Yeah,
Which is
maybe.
my primary concern.
Maybe. What he said, maybe.
Well, I shouldn't have to roll for this magic. Detect magic just does. While we do that, do we want to just take a break?
But yeah. Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say if you were to do that and you stayed up all night, if you don't do anything strenuous, because there's no dead set rule for what
Right.
causes exhaustion.
Right.
So if you don't do anything strenuous, no.
I mean, I might even, depending on, maybe the 2 a.m. is the marker. I might just go to sleep and wake back up. You know, with my medieval alarm clock. But yeah, the idea would be to see if he leaves or to follow him when he
So
walks.
if you were to just stay there and just like kind of keep watch, you know, you could probably catnap here and there. You know what I mean? But now if you're like following him around and you whatever, then yeah, the more strenuous it is, the more likely you are to be exhausted at the end of it.
Well, that's my plan for when we come back from break.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the Wearier Traveler after break. Or
Y'all are.
y'all, you were doing your
I'm
thing.
gonna follow Nar.
He said
Okay.
y'all are.
Game on!
Flame on!
Okay, what are we doing?
We
We're
are.
outside of Joel's warehouse at this point, right?
Yes.
Alright. Well, actually, there was something about Joel's description that was left out, right?
Yeah, so you guys, we talked about it. You guys kind of glossed over. He offered to give you a description of this group, and you guys just kind of glossed over that.
Okay.
So, one of the reasons for that was I was going to let you guys do it until we talked and it came up. So he's going to give you a very brief description, but the primary thing is one of the members of this group is a necromancer. He knows that for a fact.
And how is this stated in the letters? Like, how does he know specifically that a necromancer?
It's in the information he got.
Because that's not a common thing.
Well, he
for
didn't say it's from the letters, it's from the information he got.
But that's not a common thing for a necromancer to travel with a group of bandits.
I mean, maybe it is in this world.
Gotcha. This is in 4 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Well, maybe they're after the same thing.
But,
You know, if these
if they're
bandits,
tra-
if
they're
these
traveling
bandits
with a
are
necromancer,
connected
they also-
to, if
they're
these
definitely-
bandits are connected to Vakil,
that could explain why
it
they're
makes
traveling
some
with
kind
a-
of sense
Right.
that they might be traveling with a necromancer.
But no other information on where these people can be found.
Where are they?
Or immediately.
No. All he knows is the meeting place. He doesn't know the route they're taking. He doesn't know where they're coming from, where they're at right now.
What was the last known location?
He doesn't know.
That's what we're supposed to find out. That's the whole point of this
Oh, yeah.
mission.
Got
There was a meeting was set up through Cecily.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any other information about this group we're gonna be meeting? Who they are, what?
No, that was just something that was pointed out, and the letter made it sound like this necromancer was highly placed in their group.
And it, does the letter say at all what they do with necromancy in the group? With just
No
that they're-
specification.
Okay.
Just that you know.
Is there any connection to slavery with this group?
It's not spelled out as much, but his suspicion is yes. slavery is part of the entire operation.
So they could be connected to the group we were looking at before.
Right.
It could be connected to the group that attacked my circus.
That's where I was getting at. That's why I asked that question.
Yes.
So just to clarify,
Yes.
there's no money if we kill all of them.
Nothing if you kill all of them.
Cool.
That because even if you get information, killing them all kind of defeats the purpose of doing this in the first place.
Does it?
To him, it does.
Okay.
'Cause there's buds, man.
What?
There's buds.
Dope. Cool. We'll look into it. I personally am not going to make any promises of success, and I'm going to just no niceties, no anything. I'm
And I
going to
almost forgot.
immediately walk out.
Once again, you're going to need to sign a contract. And the terms of the contract that you will, to the best of your ability, attempt to accomplish this mission.
But if we fail, we just don't get the gold.
Right.
Is the failing.
Right.
Yeah, which we already said that, that's fine. So,
He's a stickler for paperwork.
I'll sign it.
Sure, and I don't have to tell the truth and sign a fucking contract. I think I say quietly to I don't say it out loud at all.
Okay?
Oh, I signed it well.
To the best of your ability. Never mind, we'll talk outside.
So everybody agrees to sign?
Yep.
It's all or nothing.
I mean, really, at this point, I don't have to sign your contract. You told me where they're going to be and when they're going to be there. I could be there whether I sign your contract or not.
Well, absolutely you could. You just won't be working for him anymore.
Cool.
You already said you signed it though.
That's true.
You might as well sign it and get paid for it.
I've already signed it.
Fine.
You're gonna
I've
sign
already
it.
signed, yeah, I've already
Yep.
signed it.
Do you need more papers?
No. I think I'm good for right now. I'm not doing
Alright, so
I walk out immediately, quickly.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
and so now we have the conversation we had before, and we talk.
Well, no,
Well-
now there's more information to throw into there because
Okay.
I have no intention on getting paid for this job. I'm just saying, I'm going to put that out there now.
So can I ask you why? Because
Probably for the same reasons to say, what if these are the bandits that took you?
Okay,
Are you
that-
going to keep your cool?
that was my thing. I was gonna say, if these happen to be the very bandits, then yeah, I'm gonna stab them in the face. However,
Right.
if they are not, then I do want to find out where their base of operations are. So maybe playing it cool.
The necromancer dies.
Maybe we can
The
catch him.
necromancer
The
dies.
necromancer dies. At
Okay.
the
The
very
necromancer dies.
Can we bring him here and kill him?
No,
No.
Why?
he dies on the spot. I already
Also
told you.
asking why.
What if we split up and follow him so that we can make a better plan to kill him and get paid and find out more information? Because if we kill him there, we may lose the opportunity to find the actual source of this slavery
So,
and the bandits.
Just like if you saw one of the bandits as one of the people, and you were to kill him there.
I get it, but do you...
No, you don't, because they're saying the exact same thing. They have that same revulsion.
I know,
for that
but
necro-
here's my thing. If I see one of the bandits who attacked me, I don't want to lose the chance to find the rest of these assholes that are doing this. I will keep my cool, although maybe I should wear a disguise just in case. However, if only one of them is there and not all 5 of them, then I want to make sure that we keep it cool.
Fine, you
and
save
find-
one of the little guys. The necromancer dies.
If we
The
kill the
necromancer
necromancer, we may not get the information. We may not be able to find
I
the base
will-
of operations. Can we keep it cool
I can keep my
long
cool
enough?
long enough to get information. I didn't say he immediately dies, but by the end of
But
this
what
meeting,
if-
he dies.
But what if we don't get any information except for we need to follow them? And if we attack them, they're going to be way less likely to...
All I'm saying is if we meet with these people and by the end of that meeting, we have no further need for any guise of having, we get the information we need.
If we
get the
find out
information we
where
need.
the base of operations are, what their goals are, who their leaders are, all of that information, I doubt,
We're not going to get all of that information.
which is why I think we should follow them and let them think that we're on their
I also
side.
doubt they're going to let us follow them if they set up for a meeting at a
Which is
mutual
why we're
location.
gonna be sneaky and maybe have one or two of our sneakier people hide.
I'm one of the sneakier people.
Yes.
I'm not making any promises.
So what I'm saying is, what if we have one of our people, like Bob, not in the meeting, follow so they don't know that Bob's there?
I understand what you're saying. And this guy is probably a lowly, run-of-the-mill fucking necromancer at this point. He's not the guy I'm looking for. But he's fucking dead meat.
Yes, so can you wait a hot second and kill him while getting his leaders and more necromancers instead of ruining the chance of potentially stopping all of this?
No promises. I leave. I go to watch Narth.
Okay.
We're all looking at
I also leave and I walk off into the distance.
Alright, well I'm going to the Wearier Traveler to talk to Ragla and do some actual fucking work. You guys coming with me?
I grab my jewel.
Am I far enough away to where I don't hear that slightly condescending remark?
Hey, Silver's been calling me crazy for a couple weeks, so.
Do you want to hear it?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say just roll opposing 20s real quick. We'll see. We'll leave it up to the dice.
16.
Nope. Okay. So you do not hear it. Cool.
So I'm posted up. I'm posting up for the night. I'm gonna watch Nar and wait for him to leave and see what happens.
Okay, make a stealth check.
That's only a 6.
Okay. Well, you think you're hidden. What's everybody else doing?
Is this bedtime now, or like we're about to go to bed?
I'm going to the Wearier Traveler, and I'm gonna talk to Ragla. I'm gonna offer my services as a dancer and bard now, which apparently I don't have to roll for anymore.
Okay.
I get to, let's see, I receive free lodging and food of a modest or comfortable standard, depending on the quality of the establishment, and I'll perform. And I'd like to talk to Ragla.
So you can get free food, but if you wanted to make money off of it, or if you wanted to use your performance for anything in particular, then you would still roll for it.
Okay, can I roll for my performance then? So it's a performance.
Just because she gives you free food doesn't mean she's impressed with your performance,
Yeah.
right?
Boop, boop, boop. Fucking 11.
Budget.
So do I make any money?
11? Yeah, you make 11 silver
Okie dokie.
off of that performance. Well, it wasn't your best.
Yeah. A little stressed out. Can I talk to Ragla though?
You sure can. What do you want to talk to Ray? Now she's an older woman, early 50s. She's kind of short and dumpy, very severe looking. She kind of reminds you of like an Amish grandmother.
If they existed here. So nice to meet you, Ragla. I've heard about you around town. I've been wanting to check out.
Who have you heard about me from? Who have you been talking to?
Well, I've been told by a few people that I should come here, but I also
Who's told you that? Why are you here?
We started over at Weary Traveler, and he told me not to come. So I was curious about what the dirt
Her
is.
demeanor immediately gets noticeably chillier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be persuasive and be like, I was of the opinion I wanted to meet you instead.
Okay, roll
Yeah.
persuasion.
Okay. Do I get advantage on my
Yeah,
alternate
you still get
persuasion?
advantage.
What? Motherfucking 11. I rolled that.
Put it in dice jail.
I know. Just rolled 3 7s with that die. It's
Okay.
fucking weird. So I'd like to ask her if she knows and let her know that my company and I were looking into, the murders going on. What can she tell me?
She doesn't know anything about it. She doesn't want to know anything about it.
I heard that Velma worked here or hung around here. Do you know Velma, or do you know?
She knows Velma, yeah.
Do you know where I could find Graham?
She doesn't know who the fuck Graham is.
Okay. What does she know about Velma? Do I get anything?
She knows Velma was always crying about this Scoter guy. She liked to hang
Wow.
around with,
Heartbreaker.
It's total heartbreaker.
she liked to hang around with
Buttbreaker.
gentlemen.
Bussy.
You get the impression
Bussy.
she really didn't
That's
approve
her word.
of Velma.
You didn't even say
She-
it right.
she-
Okay,
she
I would
taught
like
me
to
that
know.
word.
I would like to know what Ragla is saying because I missed that last part.
She did not approve of Velma
Bussy.
at all.
Oh my god.
Does she know anybody?
Spicy bussy boy.
Does she know anybody who may have wanted to hurt Velma or Turin or Maureen?
She wanted to hurt Velma.
Terrible.
She's very upfront about that.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
There are a couple of guys that hang out here that Velma associated with that she also does not approve of.
Did she let me know?
There were two, there were spreadsheets. So they hung out here. Oh, no. There was Lucan, Luken, who has not been around in a while.
Yeah, he's one of the fighters.
When was the last time Lucan was around?
I mean, it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks. She hasn't really paid that much attention because she didn't care for him being there anyway, so she just kind of doesn't care.
And the other one?
And Bren is the other one.
Bren?
Bren. She had been spending time with Bren. She didn't, whether they were close or not, whatever, she doesn't know, but that was one of her latest conquests. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Batman.
Oh, that's not good. $12.
12?
No.
Oh.
You don't have any modifier for your save?
It's under your saving throws. You have a special modifier.
saving
for your
throws.
saving
Right
throws.
here.
Wisdom, do you have a modifier?
11.
11?
That's -1. Maybe I should
What
have
is
said
it?
No, those are your passives. Where are your saving throws? Oh, fuck, it's not a touch screen.
Sorry.
No, scroll up all the way up top.
all the way to the
Yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah.
There's your saving throws. So
My
your
bad.
wisdom would be +1.
+1.
Okay.
Okay, 13.
13. Okay. Go ahead.
When was the last time she saw Bren?
Bren was in just a couple nights past.
Does she know where I can find him?
She does not know where you can find him, but he's not a regular, but he tends to come in a couple times a week.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tip her for my free food. Give her like a couple gold, 2
Your
gold.
free food just became not free.
Well, yeah, I want these people to like me, so taking their shit for free and taking all their info for free is
Are
it
we
rude? Gotta
staying
tip
here?
your people.
Are we staying here?
I have a free room for the night, which I'm more than willing
Alright,
to
I'm gonna
share.
eat.
Yeah, I'd like to go around the room, maybe, and can I just roll and see if anybody knows anything along those same lines about these people? What should I roll?
Do an investigation
Okay.
just to see what information you get.
Kit roll wants food.
What do you want? Just basic food?
Food.
Okay. So,
How much?
what's it? It's like 3 silver
Okay.
for a plate of just, basic fare. Potatoes and a bit of mutton and some broccoli.
I got a 7.
Broccoli.
Investigation.
Yeah,
I've been rolling like shit tonight. Oh.
I mean, you're not going to get anything useful out of it.
Okay, then given that, I'm gonna go up to my room and I'm going to meditate and try to talk to Tyrell again.
Okay. What is everybody else doing? Bob, what are you doing right now?
Getting food.
Are you with them or where are you at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went with them?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 silver for some food.
Hold on. Delete it. Is there any possible way I could get it alive, preferably?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage, 'cause that's a very oddball request.
I think my.
Is she like far from home?
Yes.
You said a disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage.
That's a 20, huh?
No, it was 18.
I was gonna say if it was a 20, that would cancel out the disadvantage.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. What's my
It's not bad.
persuasion? 19.
It's gonna be double the cost, so it'd be 6 silver. But yeah, you can get.
Even with my 19?
You're 19.
Shouldn't it be less because we don't have to cook it?
No, it's disadvantage.
It's exotic fare, is what they count it as.
You mean I'm exotic?
You don't even have a name for your people. You call yourselves lizard folk. It's like you have no
So
name.
unimaginative.
You're not here, bro.
And he calls himself a dragonborn. He's what? He's like one step better than a lizard.
Okay,
like,
okay. This is an argument we can have outside of game.
Stop.
Once I finish my food, I'm gonna go
How much was it?
hunt
6
around
silver?
these jokers and see where they're at, so they know where we're at.
Are you gonna go hunt down these two?
Yep.
Okay.
I thought we told them,
Oh, you
but yeah, you can do
Oh,
that.
well, I don't know where he is. I wasn't done with Nar, though.
Right, I know that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's doing his thing. I'm looking
So
at
I mean,
this
we know where
joker.
you're at. We know where.
You know
I
where
know where
me?
I'm
Vadamir's
looking
at.
for Vadimir to try to
Yeah,
bring
we know
him
where
up.
everybody else is at right now. So what are you doing, Vadimir?
I don't know where he is. He just walked off.
I'm talking to him.
Yeah, but I'm looking for him.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm
Okay.
not doing much. I'm done.
Did you
Where'd you go?
storm off?
You stormed off. That's what I'm asking. What did you do from that point? Or are you just walking around the city in a rage?
I just cruising around the city in a rage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you want to be found or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll be found.
So
Yeah.
you have no problem finding it. It takes about half an hour, but you find him.
Fine.
He's clanking around all over the place.
We're also over at the Wearier Traveler, just chilling. So you're welcome to join us.
All right. Well, I'll gladly join you then. Let's go.
All right.
What are we doing? What's going on?
I had dinner. That'd probably be a good idea.
You got my response?
Oh.
Okay, so go ahead and make a silver while
Yeah.
they're doing that. Go ahead and make either perception or investigation. You can go either way.
Well,
Just
okay.
to see what you notice while you're watching. Are you talking to Nar? What are you
Well,
doing?
no, probably, yeah.
I thought you were just watching.
I'm gonna post up and say probably around like midnight. I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
But before I walk up, before I'm visible to Nar, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic as I'm walking in. Well, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic and then I'm gonna walk into the Wicked Rest.
Okay.
Because that lasts for 10 minutes. Right? Detect Magic. Yeah, up to 10 minutes. So, yeah, I'm gonna cast that, walk in. What do I get off a number?
You do not get any necromancy off of Nar.
Okay.
There is a magic about him. It would be, trying to think of what school it would be. Conjuration.
I was gonna say if he's a golem, that would be
It would be
conjuration. right?
there's a whiff of conjuration around him.
Okay, and then would I know by that what he was?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, make a history check.
History 17.
You would know what golems are. You would have some general idea.
Okay.
So
So sensing the conjuration and knowing what Kitril told me, would I then be able to deduce that he's a golem?
I'm gonna say you can deduce whatever you want.
Okay. Then I'm going to deduce that he's a golem.
Okay. You
but
don't
then-
have the means to say definitively that's
Right.
what it is.
Okay. Well, I'll come to that conclusion. But to keep up appearances, I'll go inside, I'll buy an ale, I'll hang out for a few minutes, then go back out,
Okay.
and try to tuck away somewhere where I can see him, but he can't see me, and wait until he leaves.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. 12.
A nat
Well,
12.
Okay.
It's actually natural 8.
Okay. So what are you guys doing, Vadimir and Kitril? You're going back to the Wearier Traveler?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. What are you doing right now, Bob? You're up, Viridian's upstairs meditating.
Well, I know that Silver was gonna sneak look at this dude. Is there any way I can like go out and like join him?
You can try to.
Can I see him when I go?
Make a
find
perception
him?
check.
Alright.
All you have to beat is a 12.
Yeah, you gotta do my stealth check to see if you can find me.
You said perception?
Perception, yeah. Or investigation, whichever's higher.
It doesn't matter, I still beat it.
What?
She rolled a 15.
15?
Plus-
Oh
plus
yeah, you beat it,
my
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can find it. And you're
Yeah,
shocked.
she's
at-
pretty
he walks
smart.
right up
Like-
to you.
Oh, she's got her fucking. She's got snake boots on, or whatever the fuck they're called now. Spider
Yeah,
boots.
but that's my reaction when I see Bob, and Bob just makes eye contact. Shit.
Oh my gosh, that played out so well in my head. I just imagine like you being in a bush like somewhere and I just like look
And I'm
around and I
like,
just
oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
and then I just
Yeah.
look over and I'm like
She can totally see her.
Yeah.
eye contact,
I love it.
Well, then I grab Bob and I pull Bob back.
Like,
Let
make
him
a
see.
wisdom check.
Wisdom check +1, right? Because of my meditation training.
Yes.
Motherfucking.
dice jail.
So it's not plus my saving throw, right? It's just plus the
It's
1.
not a saving throw.
So 5.
5.
I don't know
You
what
just
is up with my dice.
You just
today.
cannot focus enough to get back.
Okay.
However long you want to spend is up to you, but you just never quite
Okay.
achieve what you're looking for.
I was thinking an hour.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
I'm waiting to see if Nard leaves.
Okay.
And I'm gonna follow him wherever.
How long are you waiting?
What time is it?
At this point, it's after midnight because I stated that it was midnight when I went past and cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm going to wait until sunset
Okay. He does not move from that spot
at all.
all morning.
Doesn't walk any of the girls home.
Nope. He doesn't see. I mean, you see girls come out, you see people leave, but apparently he doesn't feel the need to
Follow them
escort
home.
anybody home tonight.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't scratch his ass. He doesn't do anything.
Oh god.
Dope. Then I will. Wow, man, that's 0 for 2 on stakeouts.
I mean at least
Did you post up till sunup with me?
Sure, why not?
Oh, I was gonna
Hit
say, both of you
points.
make stealth checks again.
What is stealth check?
I'm assuming
Yeah.
you would have changed positions now that you know you weren't
That's cocked.
very hidden.
14.
Okay.
Nat
billion.
20 plus 7. I'm invisible.
With Bob's help, you absolutely are
She's Draxing this
solid.
motherfucker.
Yeah. He's giving you little tips and pointers, you know. Like, he keeps stealthing away. And as soon as he's like 10 feet away, he disappears. But he constantly can see you.
Yeah.
He's coming back and just training you.
Alright.
So this is how you do it right.
So then I guess at that point I will head back to the Weary Traveler to sleep all day.
Which one?
The Weary Ear, excuse me. The Weary Ear Traveler. Yeah.
Do I have to sleep? Can I like just pull an all-nighter?
You'll
You're going to take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that
The
do?
first level of exhaustion means you're going to have disadvantage on all ability checks, all skills,
attack.
What if I
until you
take-
take a long rest.
Until a long rest?
Yeah.
The only way to get rid of disadvantage is either magic or taking a long rest.
Alright, I'll take a long rest too.
So,
And I'm still, at this point, not even going to bother to leave a note like I did last time.
Okay.
I'm just going to purchase a room and go to sleep.
Somebody's passive aggressive.
Did you want to just split one and I can like sleep on the floor or whatever?
That's fine.
Okay,
You can
because
sleep on
I
the
don't.
floor,
Or maybe.
Cuddle.
so before I went to bed, so I did an hour of
I
meditation.
don't want to cuddle with a lizard.
So I did an hour of meditation, and then how long would it take me to read that small book about demonic lore that I got?
Children's book.
Oh, it was like a missive.
Just make a basic intelligence check. So D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. It's a 9.
A 9?
Damn, girl. Can't roll for shit right now.
I don't know what it is tonight.
You're so distracted, you're so disappointed by your inability to meditate. You're reading through it, but you find yourself like after half a page, you have to go back and reread it. 'cause
So
you're
I'm just
not
gonna
retaining.
close the book and I'm gonna read my troll smut and go to sleep.
Now that catches your attention. That's better.
I'll roll for that.
Yeah, the DC on that would be like a 4. Fucking troll smut.
Dude, I noticed I went to Bounty Books for the first time, and that entire right side of romance novels. Seriously? Now
Oh,
I
yeah.
know why you get that. Like that.
It's terrible.
Those books, so far I haven't found one I like.
They sell
but they
well.
crack me up.
They're probably the biggest sellers.
Friday night, the ladies come in for their weekend read. Every Friday.
It's book club?
That's
Oh my
fucking
God.
trip. Like, that's a true thing. She's saying it's like every Friday night, chicks show up and buy a fucking romance novel and fucking read it over the weekend.
Oh, I thought it was
That's
like a
wild.
book club
No.
where they sat there and read them together.
No, they just buy a book and read it, and
It's weird. That'd be fascinating.
you know, they do.
You know who really likes
all know what
romance
they do.
novels? Wolverine.
Yes.
Blasting.
It's the first time I did
So
it.
anyway, what do you guys want to do?
I have a.
How much is for the room? Because we're gonna split it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, for at the Wearier Traveler?
Yeah.
You could get a room, just a basic room for, it depends, anywhere from 5 silver to a gold and a half, depending on the room you want.
Is there a
The
room,
more
is there
expensive,
a
the
room
better.
with 2 beds in it?
Yes. If you get a room with 2 beds, that'd be a gold.
Okay.
For
So
2
5
beds.
silver.
It's called the Dick Van Dyke.
And can I just stay in the downstairs like I have been, or they're gonna make me get a room?
Because you're with Viridian, they're like, yeah, fine, you can sleep on the,
Right.
you can sleep on the floor. No big deal. Just don't cause any trouble.
I'll just curl up. You won't even know I'm here, except for people tripping over me.
How are you gonna curl up? You're a giant. You curl up pretty big.
Catlin's tail.
I always sleep with my nose under my tail.
I have a question.
Yes.
Just,
I see it.
Oh gosh.
because I'm not terribly knowledgeable. It's a DM question. With my Fey ancestry,
Uh-huh.
do I gain any benefits from meditation? Because the only thing it says in D&D Beyond is about my advantages on
No,
certain
because
saving
you're-
throws and things like
The
that.
meditation is only for full-blooded elves.
So that's more of a racial thing.
Yes. Yeah.
But then, so I only have those few advantages from
Right.
Fey ancestry.
Right.
Okay.
If you're a full-blooded elf, you would only need to meditate an hour a night.
Well, you know, and
that's
I'm
a long
not,
rest.
I'm not looking for that benefit.
Well, I'm just saying
I mean,
that's the meditation.
would I be able to
aspect.
like
What are you looking for? Right, would be the question.
commune with the dead, or attempt to commune
Right,
with
commune with the dead?
with
You
a
don't-
fallen comrade?
You don't have any special.
Right. I didn't know if
No.
Fey ancestry would allow that.
No, not for. I mean, that's something you could work on, but that really gets more into spell casting
Gotcha.
abilities.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know there's a spell to commune, but
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not really something that would be like
that
part of your
Fey-
racial trait. No.
Okay. Then I'm still probably gonna spend about half an hour before I go to sleep, just trying to chill the fuck out. But
Mhm.
there's the angel demon saying don't chill the fuck out, and then
Right.
chill the fuck out kind of thing going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that up to you how successful you are at that.
All right, cool.
Unless you want to roll for it. Up to you.
Okay.
The DC on that was 12 to be
12.
successful. Oh, no, it succeeded.
Would that have been a con check?
I would just
Just a
20.
regular roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, since you just rolled, I'll just make it a 20.
Cool.
And you succeeded, so it doesn't really matter.
Cool. Then I will go to bed, and at that point, that would put me asleep until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. So you guys are both sleeping all day.
We're sleeping pretty much all day, yeah.
So next morning, everybody's in bed.
Is the next morning the 30th? Is that
Yes.
day 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can go to the blacksmith and get
Yep,
my,
you can get your
my armor.
Get your
Hey,
shit.
Vance.
Yeah, so I'll wake up and have breakfast. And are you guys up, you three, with me? Because
Yeah.
Probably not up that early yet. No.
I'll go. Nothing better to do.
yeah, they're probably sleeping for a while. You know, he wanted to stake out the dude. So I'm gonna go to the market and get my armor. So
Okay. Did you already pay, or are you paying after the fact?
I took it out of my thing already.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it was 24 gold pieces for my studded armor, my
Okay.
purple and
So-
black painted studded armor.
In your equipment, it should just be under studded armor.
Okay.
It's just a piece of. So you only go to manage.
Next time, pay half up front and pay the rest when they're done.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think I actually paid.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
already
did.
took it out, so I'll just give them. So it's a lady, right? What's her
Yes.
name?
It's a lady.
It was a lady.
Dude looks like a lady. Oh, that's inappropriate now. Apparently that song is
Oh my
not
gosh.
to be played on anything anymore.
It was Dina.
What's her name?
Dina.
Dina. I love that name. I'll tip her 2 gold as well because does it look good? Does it
Oh,
look
yeah, you're
shiny
very
and
happy
dope?
with
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
tip her
you're
2
very
gold.
happy.
Thank you so much.
She obviously had somebody take and oil the leather freshly.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm not finding it, but we can work on it later.
I know it's in there. Oh, that's what.
It's okay, we can do it after. It
Just erase the armor.
okay.
If you just look at studded. There it is, studded leather.
So that
And
should
then make sure you equip it.
okay. So
And then
that,
it'll give you the armor class.
13 armor class. All right,
That's it?
and I'm looking shy. Well, I was at 12 before.
Wow.
That's
Well,
really
yeah.
low for 5th edition.
Well, you even said when she did it that it would only get her 1 plus
1
1
AC, yeah.
I forgot it was that. I mean, for 5th edition, that's pretty low. 13.
She is a bard.
Yeah.
Mine should be higher, but that's because my deck sucks.
Aren't
balls.
bards like amazingly badass?
They
Like
can be.
everything?
They
But not in the dex area.
can. Well, it depends. If you build them to be more melee focused, you would have higher decks. Because they use finesse weapons generally. But I mean, it all depends on how you build it.
So the 30th would put us still 3 days away from this meeting.
Yes.
So, I mean, We still have time to kill before
Small
they
way.
wake up. Did you guys want to do anything? I was planning on going back to the Weary
Well,
Traveler.
you're still asleep, right, Vladimir? You need to get up and go with them?
Oh, I'm crashing.
Did you want to do anything while we're out before we go back?
Nope.
No? Okay, well then I want to go back, and while we're waiting for them, can I try to read that demon book again?
Yeah, make another intelligence check.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do, guys, is we can, if there's anything in particular you wanna do these next 3 days, if there's conversations you wanna have, whatever, we'll do it. If not, we're just gonna skip 3 days. We're not gonna just do it for no fucking reason, right?
Okay, I got a 16.
Oh, okay.
Do I learn anything from that demon book?
I'll send you some information,
Okay.
later on that, but yeah, you do learn, is there anything in particular you were looking for?
I'm hoping to, obviously we're looking into a Vacuole, any lore about him that would give us some insight,
So these are, it's a small book.
yeah.
There's about, I would say there's about 20 names in there.
Mm-hmm.
Evacuo's in there, but it's nothing more than you had, information-wise.
Is there anything interesting?
What about the other demons?
There's other demons, and like I said, I'll put
My
some
bad.
information together specific,
Okay.
just for funsies, right? But you do find that symbol that was carved into the other victims,
The fake one?
the fake one.
What is it related to?
So that is related to a,
Wow.
I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. I didn't write it down for some reason. He's attributed to assassinations.
Ooh.
And just some of the, it's basic information, but some of the information that's in there is, people will summon this, he's like an imp, basically, right? He's a smaller demon. But people will summon him and they send him out to kill, to assassinate. But you've been told that's bullshit. So it kind of makes you wonder about everything else in the book. How much of it is legit information?
Yes, but also, if this is maybe, I'm thinking lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody is taking that demon form on, or trying to make it look like it's a demon thing. Yeah, okay. Lots of things that could be. Alrighty, okay, so do we just want to go to 2 p.m. when you guys wake up?
Yeah, so like I said, if there's anything you guys want to do during the next 3 days, do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to skip ahead.
I just want to load up on supplies, and as far as that goes, hang on. Inventory. Oh shit! I didn't add those. I'll add those later. I didn't. The special arrows I got, they were.
Oh, the entangle arrows?
They're tripfoot arrows.
Yeah.
Like 5 of those, right?
Yes, I believe it was 5.
Okay.
Wait, tripfoot arrows?
Yeah, they
I get it. I know how
they
it works.
bind people. Where did I get those? Did I get those somewhere in particular?
Trying to remember.
I think I got them at the
Did you have them crafted?
No, I think the blacksmith just had them. I was asking if they could, but he just had those 5.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Let me make a note to make sure to create those in game so there's actual stats for them.
Okay, yeah. I
meant to do that.
Other than load up, you know what? I'm actually gonna go. I know you can make them, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go to the herbalist and get like 2 healing potions.
All right, they're 75 gold apiece.
75. Why is it so expensive?
Yeah, it's because the reason they're so expensive is because they're supposed to be a rare item. You're not supposed to just have 30 healing potions at any given time.
Right. That standard cost is 50.
I want to buy one of those too.
Let me go ahead and make it 1.
Okay.
While we're standing around doing nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get like rations for everybody.
Okay.
Cool.
You have 3 days, so you can get up to a week's worth of rations.
Sounds like at least 3 days, if not a week. All right, sounds great.
Each of the 3 days, I'm going out searching for. adder's tongue, and each of those 3 days I will try to make healing potions to boot.
Okay, so let's.
Do you need more vials?
Not yet.
And so it's up to you. Can either do 1 roll for each, or you can do 3 for each. Or whatever. You can just let it all ride on 1 roll, or
All
do
ride on one.
do an individual roll.
Well,
for
actually
each day.
individual, because each day I could have a big number of them.
Right, so do your gathering first. Nothing
4,
that day.
8,
Nothing that day.
and 7.
Nothing at all.
No, I'm not making anything then.
That's a shitty fucking 3 days.
Yeah.
So, quick question before, I guess, because I'm still interested in these murders. So how about we take care of this? I don't want to just leave these murders going on when there's stuff about Evacule, and I'm going to share with you guys what I gleaned from this book about how there's supposedly that symbol that's supposed to be fake, according to the clerics, is attributed to this imp-like demon who's summoned for assassinations. So maybe there's a real demon being summoned, or maybe it's somebody trying to make it look like demons, but that's...
But at the same time, everything that's surrounded these killings has involved these bandits.
Yes.
So we're not necessarily abandoning this, but we're probably going to get more information regarding that.
Yeah, I just haven't...
Yes,
Yeah.
and the money we're going to glean from that could
I don't
possibly
know
come
if we're all using
from
the word glean properly, but I like the word.
He's using
Yeah.
it, yeah.
the money we could get from this. What you're talking about could come from what we're about to do.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but we've been all over town and literally gotten almost nothing.
Well, we still haven't found Graham or Bren or Lucan.
Right, there's still other people we can look for.
Yes, in these 3 days. We haven't found Graham, who was talked about multiple times as being Velma's recent ex she was bitching about. We also found out about Lucan, who has not been seen around for a couple weeks since when the murders started. There's also Bren that she spent time with recently we could look into, and also what the fuck's going on with Scoter? Like, maybe look into Scoter.
He's got the crap.
That's what I'm saying, we have 3 days.
You got crabs?
We could fast
So
I
forward.
used to
does Bob.
Yeah, we
I
could,
used to lambskin. I can't have it.
You
We-
use lambskin?
yeah.
I don't think it works with
No, it doesn't.
your scales.
Sorry, I started
Okay.
Now-
Wolverine.
Your scales cut right through lambskin. Just do
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, no.
Do we have to have this conversation right now?
Wolverine.
No, we
absolutely
don't.
don't.
I got
Okay,
I got
so do we want to just not do this murder investigation during these 3 days? Or do we want to do it when we come back?
Well,
Or what's the deal?
what if it's not like happening anymore? Because you remember when we were like looking at these farms and then
Yeah.
we're like, oh, it points up here, but let's go check this out real quick. But then it was like we should have gone up there in the first place. What if?
Well, these new murders they seem to be about something else. They seem
But they're
related
like-
to Cecily as well because
Well,
of
Silver,
Maureen.
what is your belief right now? What do you want to do?
We could
I'm
go.
focused on this meeting.
I'm asking Silver.
I'm focused on this meeting. I think it's going to have more information regarding these murders. I think we've gotten almost everything we could out of this town because nobody's seen Graham. Anybody else we've talked to, people know who Graham is, but they
We've
don't know
only-
where he is.
Asked like two. We learned about Graham.
We
We
learned
only
about
asked
Graham from
one
2
person
people.
about Graham.
Brilliant. I agree with Silver. I think we need to go to this meeting.
I get it. We're
First.
going to the meeting, but we have 3 days, is what I'm saying. And also, how about you told us about Cecily's little area downtown? Maybe we could scope that out and see if she has any paperwork in there. Maureen was her secretary. We can just check there really quick. We have 3 days before this meeting,
Right.
so
No, that's fine.
maybe we can find something.
Well,
more information.
Let's ask Bob and
I guess
General.
the question is more less in-game and more out-of-game of are we going to waste the 3 days and just jump to the meeting or use the 3 days to do other things?
Right, that's the whole point of this conversation.
It's not an in-character question.
that's fine.
Well, I mean, it is an in-character question in that your decision should be driven by your character's perception.
Right.
Yes.
My character's focus right now is not
So
on...
as you guys were having the conversation in character, that's the way the conversation should be had.
And my point is, Cecily is involved in these bandits, so maybe looking at her office, maybe we can find more information about this necromancer in the paperwork there. So let's
ask Bob and
I
Kitchener.
don't disagree with that.
Yes, let's do that.
I failed miserably at looking at it, but I think that's because there was a lot of other people around that were watching these try to go through stuff. Bob might be more successful.
yeah, maybe let's go at night because it was middle of the day.
Yeah. Well, I guess could this be included in the things we wanted to do during those 3
Yes.
days?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. So
What you're deciding here is what you're doing during the 3 days.
cool.
Okay,
Then
that'll work.
I also want to ask about Graham and these guys.
Yeah.
See if I hear anything else about around town.
So yeah, you're asking about Graham. I already got a healing potion.
I got one too.
As a group, are we gonna look at Cecily's booth?
Nope. I have no interest in this investigation whatsoever as a track.
So
or my
Kitchener is
character.
out, I'm taking it.
I don't think we
Well,
should all
Kitchell
go.
spent the whole time looking
It would
for supplies
be
and stuff.
so-
Oh, that's right,
I'll be
yeah.
a
Failed here.
lookout. I'll be a lookout.
It should be like 2 people. It would bring too much
Okay.
attention.
Yes, I'm down with looking
If you
into
guys-
Cecily.
Do you guys? I can look at. Well, you're not stealthy with your new armor, huh?
No, I'm not self-serious.
So do you guys want to look out, and then me and Bob can try to rummage?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is it
Sounds
booth?
good to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, it
but
was
we're
a-
going at night though.
At
When the
night,
other shops around
and it
are
was
closed.
it was a little shop that was like her bank place, but it was a little like office
Well,
where
it wasn't even
Maureen
an
worked.
office.
No, it's a
It was-
stall.
It was a stall.
Oh, it's a stall.
It's where she met with people officially.
Okay.
Well, I think
Okay.
we work together good because you can, talk to people and
Okay.
sometimes get them to tell you shit.
Yes.
And other times I might be able to fucking beat them up. But these two,
It's hit and miss.
they say they're stealthy, but we haven't seen them do much good with that
Hey,
yet.
Bob's stealthy as fuck. He walked like 3 feet
I haven't
away,
seen them yet.
disappeared.
Might be-
Exactly. You haven't seen me yet.
Well, now they have enhanced boots. Yeah. you
The
might
boots are
be able
just
to
a
do some
spider
stuff.
climbing. The boots just let her walk on the wall.
The boots do nothing but let me
The boots
be
just turn her into Spider-Man.
It has nothing to do with
in a
stealth.
spider lizard.
Well, I
Or
guess
lizard
it
man.
would enhance stealth because
Sorry, it would totally enhance stealth if somebody could fucking
you
walk
walk
on
on
the
the
fucking ceiling.
If they're walking on the ceiling, yes. If they're walking on the ground, it's not going to do any difference.
Right.
We'll see.
Let's get
Alright,
this
well,
party started.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to worry too much about being stealthy if it's the middle of the night and there's no other shops open, but either way.
So how about we like scope out the place and make sure there's nobody around
Okay, so
before.
a
so
couple
we're
hours
looking out.
after sundown, everything finally everybody just, a couple of people stay open a little bit longer, just, hoping to get that last minute deal. So a couple hours after sundown, everything shuts down. The place goes dark as they stop renewing the torches.
All right.
Okay.
Can we like post up at different sides and just sort of like keep an eye out? I'll be like looking like I'm looking for something, like I'm like trying to figure out where I am, have a
So
little
you
map
two are
out.
standing guard and you two are,
Yeah.
We're gonna go rummage
Okay.
through Cecily's
Okay.
stuff.
so go ahead, you two make perception, you two do stealth.
Me and her do stealth.
No, perception.
Okay.
And then
we're
you
gonna
two
do
do
stealth.
stealth, yes.
Wait, me? Me
Yes,
so?
yes, because you're the one sneaking into,
I got 14.
okay.
17.
15
Oh, not bad, okay.
combined with the 17.
And that was honestly a bad roll. That was with my +7.
Don't worry, there comes a certain point where you should never have less than a 23 on stealth.
As a rogue.
It's later in
Oh,
levels,
I'm
but
ready
your
for
stealth
it.
gets stupid later on.
Just wait, I'm pretty sure I
15.
have it.
15, okay. So what are you guys looking for in particular at the booth?
It was what I was trying to look for earlier, and that's why it kind of clicked with me. I would have looked for if there's a ledger, if there is any kind of, I don't know, notes, indications to where there might be a store, or like a cache.
Okay.
If she's got like a lockbox hidden somewhere, or
Okay.
anything like that might point to
Make an investigation roll.
either more information pertaining to our quest or money.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20 plus 2.
So you find a ledger.
Okay.
It's a list of names and dates, amounts, and it looks like it's basically it's her notes on who she's done business with, how much, so on and so forth.
Anything that says where the money is kept. Any documents pertaining to the banditry, the demon shit.
No, nothing like that.
So this was just the financial.
Right. This was just this is her official notes. So if a council member were or somebody were to investigate and ask her what's going on, here's my.
So these are her cooked books.
Cookbooks, yes.
I mean, knowing what you know about her, I could see where you deduced that. Yes.
Yeah. This is. Yeah. This is the ledger she shows the IRS.
Exactly.
I have a really good
Yes.
question. Is it a desk in there?
It's basically a stall with a shelf underneath the top where she kept the
Yeah,
book.
there's not much to it.
There's not a whole lot to this.
Is
setup.
there under it? So is there anything underneath it? Like if I touch like this?
No. There's
Any
not.
keys?
No, there's not.
Nothing.
What if she
Let me
uses a
look up.
fucking
Is there anything
mower?
up there?
Come on. Some kind of check.
I know.
Gotta
Like,
see
come on.
that.
it's
That was
right.
the investigation. The fact of the matter is, there's nothing there.
There's
Right.
nothing there.
You guys-
I rolled a natural 20 and all I got was the cooked books.
I mean, you
All
would
right.
have, if there was something there, you would have found it.
Alright.
But yeah. So all I'll
Good
say
try.
about that is we're gonna have to find a way. It's probably already been cleared.
So now,
Probably already been cleared out.
So,
We need to find a way into her office.
I'm gonna do this. What are you gonna say first?
My question is, do the books give us Cecily's address? Could we look into her home?
You can find out where she lives easily enough.
Okay.
And she's on the council. They have
People know
housing
where
set
she
aside
lives,
for the
yeah.
council members,
And
so it wouldn't be hard
but
to
that's
find out.
probably in that gated community, huh? Or the noble
Yeah, it would be
area.
in that area. Yes.
Is it gated?
That doesn't clicker.
You guys actually haven't been through that area yet, so
No, yeah.
you don't know if it's
That's
gated.
what
You gotta know the password.
Well, then I'll come back from that investigation and just say, I think all these numbers are bullshit.
Yeah.
We might need to, maybe when we get back, find a way into her office or her records within the council. Or
Or in her house.
in her house. That's probably where her shady shit is. I feel like this is what she tried to show people to make it seem like she was legit.
Yeah.
And because of your guys' role, there was no trouble. Nobody was suspicious or anything. You guys kept a watch.
Should we
It
go
was
to
good.
her house? Should we at least
That's
go
gonna-
by the
we can
nobles?
maybe go by
and
maybe
see
go
kinda
by
like
the
what's
neighborhood,
going
but I
on?
feel like that's gonna need a lot more planning to try to get into her house.
Well, can we at least go by the neighborhood
Yeah,
and
for
see
sure.
just kind of like what's poppin'? Do they have? I'm sorry.
This
It's
is
the
how
middle
Bob
of
This is how
talks.
Bob
it's the
talks.
middle of the night, so probably nothing.
Dude, it's on and cracking.
But I mean, like, is there?
Is there a guard around the
yeah,
house?
Yeah,
You know, I've been wanting to go check out Cecily's house. Let's.
Or maybe you can like detect magic and see if there's anything that will
I didn't
perhaps.
prepare that.
You didn't?
No,
Or you
I
did.
I prepared for a fight.
Okay. 'Cause I'm thinking maybe there's some magic to protect it, maybe like a tripwire that will
There could be.
alarm
You're
somebody.
absolutely right. You can
Something
do
like
that
that.
too, right, Vladimir? You're not ready for that either.
So
Huh?
are you camping
I think
outside during your excursions, or are
Yeah,
you coming
totally.
back into town?
No,
So you're just
I'll
out of
find
town all
them
3 days.
When I'm
Okay.
done.
No, I'm not ready for that now.
All right, so we
Divine
might,
favor
we
and
might have
thunderous
to do
might.
that another day.
Well, we do have 3 days, so we could just go to sleep, wake up, plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we can just speed through all these days. That's the only thing I want to do in any
Okay,
of
cool.
them.
But the only reason I would recommend waiting is we only have 20 minutes
Which
left.
is
I don't know how long this is gonna take.
To go through Cecily's house?
Yeah.
Well, first, can we go to the area and scope it
Yeah,
out?
you can make a run through the area. It's not a gated community,
Okay.
but it's obviously
Is it a guarded community?
it's very guarded.
Gotcha.
How heavily? Like a guard in
it's-
front of every house?
I mean, there's not a guard in front of every house, but there are continuous patrols down the streets.
Even at night?
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
especially at night.
Like
Okay.
So
Red-
what are you-
like Red-A-Cop private
So-
security kind
Well,
of
it's
guy?
militia.
Who's here right now?
Militiamen?
Are we all here?
Kit Roll's not.
And
Girls not.
Surprisingly enough,
I'm not walking
Stan
up.
is one of the guards at the
Stan-
entrance to the neighborhood.
Okay, I'm gonna see that, and I'm just
Am
gonna
I within,
like stop.
am I
and
within
look.
60 feet of Sten?
You are.
What night are we saying this is happening? Is this the same night that we just run
It's up to you
through
guys.
shit? Cool. I want to detect. I want to get within 60 feet and detect magic because there's got to be like 8 copies of Sten.
Yeah, like what's up with this dude?
Again, you notice that strange aura of conjuration magic.
Same as Nars.
It's
Similar to
Similar.
Nar.
but it's similar, but it's hard to describe because you're not a magic user.
Right, but he had more. But you said he had more of like a personality than Nar did.
Yeah, well, he has
Okay,
much
so-
more of a personality than Nar does.
He acts like a normal dude.
Yeah, he was scared of me, but I'm not there.
I don't know it.
Well, you
I'm
intimidated
here.
me,
We all
Eric,
saw
because
it. I
I'm
don't know.
scared of you.
We all saw that. Wait.
Well, you just did.
We're here. I'm telling you what I'm getting from it.
Can I?
Yeah.
You're with me, right? Yeah. So I did that, and I told you everything he just told me.
Just making sure.
So, okay, before I go do that, I'll run by you guys and say, hey, do you think maybe Sten might be able to help us with patrols and maybe getting into her house? I
Possibly.
can go ask, but I wanted to
Possibly.
run it by you guys
But I
first.
also have this theory that there's more than one Sten, and I don't know if that's the Sten that has worked with us in the past.
Well, I can go say hi.
Sure, try it. That might be our way in.
Yeah.
But he might ask why we're here, and then what are we gonna tell
Having
him?
a stroll.
We're
We're
having
doing,
a
we're
stroll.
no, we're doing our fucking job.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
looking into something.
We've been paid to do the job.
We've been paid by the council to look into shit. Okay. So, hi Sten.
You get the, I mean, same response as you normally get. You know, seems friendly enough.
Fuck is this guy? He doesn't say.
You
Can
know.
I insight check and see if he like really recognizes me?
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Oh my god! 9!
Everything is on the up and up with this guy.
What the fuck is up with my rolls
Oh
tonight?
my gosh! Can I say hi and see?
You can do the same thing, yeah. I mean, he greets you by name.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
Oh.
He greets you by name.
Okay.
So he obviously recognizes you.
Phones.
Okay, then I'll tell him we're.
That's what I meant when you say you get the same response. It's like he
I'm
knows
gonna,
you.
I'm gonna give this guy alone one.
I'm gonna do the same thing. You gonna do one? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alright.
What do I have to roll?
Insight.
Nine.
Same information.
All right. This is the cool dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
is the whole table gonna get to roll inside?
Normally I'd only allow 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
But you know,
God.
you're fine because.
okay,
'cause
16.
nobody-
16.
Oh, see, they're so higher.
Somebody succeeded. Yeah.
It's a cool dude. Yeah. I mean, he's no different than he
Maybe
normally
16,
is.
Yeah, just the same example.
Yeah, I
He's
mean-
always been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like him.
You guys
I've always
haven't-
liked him.
What
guys haven't-
sorcery is this?
You guys haven't spent a huge amount of time with him?
Can I ask him one thing though?
Yes.
He's like, why does it always seem like you're always guarding shit? Like you're constantly guarding stuff.
I get bored. I need something to do, so I work.
Am I close enough to the council chamber to go run over there and see if he's on guard? Also,
You can.
all right, I'm gonna run over to the council table and see if he's
He is
also
not on guard there.
Damn it!
I like it.
Go to Joel's office.
That's across town.
Yeah. Can I tell him like we're looking into stuff? Do you have any advice about looking into this neighborhood or?
Since you're here to look at Cecily's house.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, I can help him get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Because he works for Joel.
Yeah.
Like right now?
Well, as far as you know, he always worked for Joel.
No, I mean like, can you help us get in there? Like right now?
Yeah. I can help you guys.
Well, we got.
That's up to
20 minutes till
you
8.
if you want to,
Do you guys?
or if you want to go over, because I feel like this was going to take more than 20 minutes. But I could be wrong. Just based on how you guys do things, I
Yeah.
think it's going to take more than 20
It's up to you,
minutes.
bud.
We can end it here and start next session going through Cecily's house and then go do the mission. If you guys
Okay.
want. It's
I mean,
nice.
I feel like that could be a good place to end too. Cause like then we'll have like a starting like a new mission.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, like, because we finished up early, you can help me make my character.
Okay.
Oh, for the new game?
For the one shot, yeah.
Okay. So I'll do a little recap thing. So for the recap, we're stopping here. We're talking to Sten, who has told us he can let us into Cecily's house tonight. So we will begin next session searching through Cecily's house and then going after whatever we find there, going the next day or two to Turin's farm to talk to those bandits and probably making sure we're stocked up before we go.
Right?
And Kidro bagged out on all this investigation crap.
Yeah.
Where
Kirill's
are
had nothing to
you?
do with any of this.
Kirill's camping.
Outside beaches.
Alrighty.
I'm stealing your time. I'm so sorry. I love Cautious so much.
Alright. Car.